How are you doing from wherever you are across the continent, and welcome. Now, the movie Madagascar comes to mind with a character called Moto so hot, you have to say it twice. Exactly why we're doing this again, because you asked. We do this again. On the 15th of April, we did the first showcase, and you said we need another one. So welcome to the Multichoice Kenya Showcase 2021. My name is Makbul. I'm going to be hosting you, and I have a lineup of fantastic speakers. We're going to be telling you what this year you have to look in store for, including none other than Brand Veers, Chief Executive Officer, Multichoice Africa Holdings, Mr. Timothy Okwaro, Mnet Channel Director, East and Southern Channels, and of course, Yolisa Pale, Chief Executive Officer, General Entertainment and Connected Video, as well as Gideon Kobane, Group Executive General Entertainment at Multichoice Africa Holdings, Aletta Alberts, Group Executive Content Strategy at Multichoice Africa Holdings, Mac Jury as well, Chief Executive Officer, Supersport in Africa. And we're going to be joined by Mr. Brian Weke, who's a lawyer and creative arts expert. Welcome. Now, entertainment is a powerful way to tell stories that open our minds, brings people together, shared passions, connect us to new realities. It makes us laugh, keeps us informed, educates us, mostly it inspires us. Now, MultiChoice is all about enriching lives through this particular means, which is entertainment. This year's theme, celebrating our voices and telling our stories, and like only we can. I'm going to be telling you more about that. As you look forward to this May and for the rest of the quarter, DSTV and GoTV have lined up an unmatched entertainment list of exciting Kenyan content made in Kenya by Kenyans that is set to thrill local viewers this holiday season, so keep it locked. Now, with shows keeping you glued 24 hours, you can expect the best and, of course, the premium from Maisha Magic Plus, Maisha Magic East as well. And while DSTV customers are enjoying story Moto Zibambe on DSTV, GoTV customers are getting thrilled by our own actors through, of course, Story Zetu Kivyetu. But it's not my turn to talk. I am going to be introducing someone who will tell you this and more. Please help me introducing MultiChoice Kenya Managing Director, Nancy Matimo, to give us the Kenyan business overview of what to expect this year, courtesy of MultiChoice.
Thank you very much, Makbul, as always. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the MultiChoice Kenya Showcase Reloaded 2021. If you recall, just a few weeks back, we had the same showcase, but we promise you that this time around it will be different. And as Kenya's leading storyteller, we are truly excited to host this Reloaded Showcase, and we guarantee you that we will not have the technical issues that we have had, that we did have, if only everything just goes as we had planned. So as Makbul has mentioned, this year we are focusing a lot on celebrating our voices, our own African voices, the Kenyan voices, and telling the stories like only we can, using only top Kenyan artists who you shall be getting to meet later on. So if I look into exactly what we shall then showcase this afternoon, we shall be sharing with you a lot more detail around the content that is lined up for the entire year. But just before we get into that, I'd like to share with you the socio-economic investment that we have made as a corporation. Over the last 26 years, we have been operating as the leading video entertainment company in Kenya. We use the power of entertainment to enrich millions of lives across the country by telling the most loved Kenyan stories and international stories, and developing a future talent pipeline in the local film and TV industry, because we recognize it is important to continue investing in the creative industry, and not just in the investment from a technology perspective, but also from a people perspective. With everything that is changing around us, and I'm sure all of you have been confronted with changes, whether it's during this pandemic or even other times as we see different dynamics shaping out in the market. In particular, just referring to this season we are in, we can tell you that if you look at what we have done in the last 6 months, and we continue to do, that we'll continue to put your needs at the heart of everything we do. As circumstances require you and your loved ones to spend more time at home, We are working continuously to delivering the best video entertainment experience for you across both on DSTV and GoTV. And again, I assure you, a lot of the stories that you'll get to see will be a lot more around our own local content, taking pride in our local stories, and also taking pride in seeing local stories told by our own Kenyan artists. Our goal today is to share, therefore, what we have in store for the next coming months. And the first thing is to showcase our premium and superior local stories. I'll not say much because you'll get to see this in context and told by the artists themselves. And we also appreciate the cast and crew that helps us put together these premium and superior local stories. We shall also be walking you through our upcoming feature and premium sporting events, and especially very excited to unveil the first East African documentary around Eliud Kipchoge that we'll talk about later. And we shall also obviously show you the lineup for the best and latest international shows and our captivating catalog of kids programming that has always taken center stage in keeping our children entertained, infotained, and now paying a huge focus on edutainment. And finally, content would not be as is if we do not continue to also innovate around our product offering with regard to the platforms that we use to deliver this content to you. And also, if we not innovate in the customer experiences as your needs and those of several customers change every single day. So stay tuned to the end to get a glimpse of this and much more, as well as a chance to win our top of the range king of decoders, the DSTV Explorer decoder, which at one point or the other, Mark Bull, you mentioned,
Yep.
you have been a constant and loyal customer of DSTV.
Totally premium all the way.
And do you have the Explorer?
I have the Explorer and more.
All right, so we shall be talking about the Explorer later on. So to start us off, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the Multichoice Africa Holding Chief Executive, Brand De Viers, to set the stage for this showcase. Welcome, Brand.
It's a pleasure to welcome you all here at our latest Multichoice showcase. It's a long tradition for us to share our upcoming content with you in advance as a recognition for the role that you play as media. It's our commitment to you to actually do this on a regular basis before we share it with the wider community. I'm using the word community because Multichoice is an integral part of each of the communities we operate in. And we're quite intentional about this. Our business are locally owned and managed, and we employ locally. We invest direct and indirectly in communities. And most importantly, we're telling the local stories in local languages across Africa. As a team, we're constantly challenging each other to ensure that we keep on fulfilling our roles within each of the communities. Like with the recent COVID outbreaks, we were thinking about how do we keep on educating our children by providing educational programming, as well as giving the wider community access to better information by bringing news channels down our bouquet offerings. We're putting the word value in front of you all the time, but value means different things for different people. Value is not really only about the price of a product or the exclusivity of our content, so much more. Our customers tells us that in the way we interact with them and service them, offers value to them, whether it's us providing them with payment reminders and a view of the content that they might expect, or providing them with multiple payment platforms to enable them to easily reconnect our services, or to make it easy for them to even do self-service with our MyDSTV apps and MyGoTV apps. They value the interactions and experiences with us, and we will continue to find better ways to interact and communicate with our customers. So our customers not only value the quality of our technologies in providing clear picture quality or strong signal strength, but they also value the choice that our technologies offer. So our customers can choose between the DSTV satellite technology, they can choose the GoTV terrestrial technology, or even our OTT services, whether it be the DSTV app or the Showmax app. I'm always personally inspired by the passion and commitment of our local teams, and it's a pleasure for me to hand you over to the various teams to take you through the content outlook for the next 6 months. But before I hand you over to our fantastic team, I would like to invite you to have a look at our TVC that celebrates the spirit and theme of the showcase, celebrating our voices and telling our stories.
One thing that reminds me of home is food.
The strength,
responsibility,
peace of mind,
the spirit of togetherness.
Africa has a lot of stories. Those stories help us to appreciate where we come from.
Home is a family, although there's no perfect family, but in the end, family is family.
Looking back at where I come from and remembering that through strength and commitment, I can get through anything.
Every time I'm in front of the camera, I remember my culture.
I feel at home whenever I'm in front of the camera.
I get my creativity from what I see around me.
That's what makes our local stories relatable to our people.
I believe we tell stories of strength.
I feel a sense of fulfillment, knowing that I make African families happy.
All this means love.
It's our story. Go TV. Love it.
Thank you very much. As you have heard from Brand, and thank you once again, Brand, for always leading us and telling our stories at a corporate level. At Multichoice, we believe we have a responsibility to communities, and we know it is a very important responsibility, and especially at this time when the role of entertainment is ever more relevant at this point. We take our duty in providing information and entertainment very seriously and remain unwavering in our commitment to offer the best content from across the globe. So if you look at some of the things that we have done as a responsible corporate citizen rooted in Kenya, our business has grown hand in hand with our Kenyan communities, and that narrative of continuing to invest not just in the technology, but in the people and in opportunities for as many people to be able to work with Multichoice in the country continues. We have been able to continue creating thousands of jobs, including this year, and the last 12 months, when we know many businesses were faced with the challenge of keeping a lot of people employed. We actually increased the number of people that we employ. We also continue to invest heavily in our local film and TV industry. As at April 2021, we created employment for 312 permanent employees and 270 call center support staff who continue to attend to our customers between 8 a.m. and midnight every day. And we have grown our channel of dealers and their support network. We work with a network of 373 dealers, but the dealers also work with a downline network of accredited agents, and these are just under 900. That's about 867 dealer support outlets, 49 agents, and then we also have 180 electronic service partners. We call them electronic service partners because they have access to platforms that connect directly to our systems locally and internationally. And they're able to deliver services such as swaps, such as swap of equipment, changing of service, whether you want to upgrade or downgrade, and also including signing you up as a new customer and activating you without necessarily having to send you to either our branches or to activate you by calling our call center. That has gone a long way in cutting down the time that our customer is onboarded. And as we speak, we have been able to start onboarding customers and live up to our new customer promise of 24 hours from the time of payment. We assure you that with this network of over 1,000 dealers, their network of dealer support agents, 49 other agents, and 180 electronic service providers, we are able to therefore reach as many Kenyans as possible. To complement the dealer network, we have 556 direct sales force that's currently also working with us, and this is complementary and over and above our permanent staff and contact center staff. They also work together with 335 dealer field sales agents, bringing together in total just below 1,000 total direct sales force supporting our teams directly on the ground and working with the agents. Last year, we had a much smaller number, well below 700. So you can see when we say we have continued to grow, the number of people working with Multichoice, we really can account for it and truly are committed to growing opportunities for Kenyans. Then finally, as at April last year, we had less than 400 installers actively installing DSTV across the country. As at April 2021 this year, we now stand at 1,135. That's almost 3 times growth in the installer network, and this has also been driven by the growth in the number of customers coming on board to take on DSTV. You can say that indeed we are deeply rooted in this country, in Kenya, and we continue to make long-term significant investments in the film and entertainment sector, and to further build on the significant investments we have made in the country as Kenya's most loved storyteller. This quarter, starting April, May, ending June, we launched a local content campaign that highlights the amazing Kenya shows we have on both DSTV and GoTV platforms. And we dubbed them Stories Zetu Kivyetu on GoTV and Story Motos in Abamba on DSTV. So you will also notice that we are using a lot more of our local languages to be able to engage and connect with our customers, and hence the reason why we opted to call these campaigns Stories Zetu Kivyetu on GoTV and Story Motos in Abamba on DSTV. These campaigns will usher you into the scene of exactly the way we intend to bring to life the premium and award-winning local shows that are being, where we feature award-winning artists and crew, and award-winning artists as well, of which some of which we produce directly as Multichoice Kenya with our original programming teams. But we also have content that we also commission from award-winning producers in Kenya. And these are available, what you will get to see, especially our content that is our original programming content that my colleague, the regional director in charge of channels, and especially focusing more on local content, you'll get to meet Tim later on. Let's watch this campaign and get to see, when we say who the top stars are, who indeed they are. Their faces may be very familiar. Some of you have said that I look like some of them. I can guarantee you I've never taken the stage. Maybe in the future. Here we go.
It's your romance, your drama, and intrigue.
So this was your plan all along, eh?
I want you out of my house.
Your game. Your heroes. It's your moment with your stories. Made at home for your home. 'Cause great stories start on DSTV.
Every time I'm in front of the camera, I remember my culture.
After all, story ni yetu. Kama unadai drama origi, telenovelas na sports, get your GoTV decoder na 1-month GoTV Plus for 1,299 bob. Download my GoTV app kumanage account yako on the go, ama dial *423# kusubscribe, kupay, kureconnect, kuupgrade ama kuclear errors. GoTV, love it.
So what would content be, or video entertainment be, if we didn't have the right crew, and if we had the right crew, producers and artists, if we didn't have continuity into the future? So we believe that we are custodians of the continent's cultural heritage as Multichoice, and especially so in Kenya. And therefore, what we have done, we've launched a film academy called the Multichoice Talent Factory, with 3 academies in Nairobi, obviously in Kenya, right here with us, and then Lusaka in Zambia, and Lagos in Nigeria. And the good news is that we are now in the 2nd cohort, and we've been able to graduate 20 students in the 1st cohort. And this year, again, we hosted 20 students from Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, and Ethiopia, right here in Nairobi. You know, in 2nd year of operation, the Multichoice Talent Factory in Kenya has graduated now 60 students in total, 20 from each academy. My apologies, 6 students in total from different parts of the continent. and 20 from each of the academies, defying the odds and challenges that 2020 presented. This therefore means that we did not allow the COVID pandemic to interrupt and interfere with the classes. The MTF Academy class of 2020, despite having faced all these unforeseen challenges, were able to get them to quickly adapt, and really credit to them for being able to adapt very well and transition from physical to virtual learning, and even they produced films that you will get to see. This speaks to the quality of the curriculum that we offer at Multichoice Talent Factory. The academy provides the students with skill sets that allow them to hit the ground running. And you will be able to see that indeed from the quality of the productions that were done, they are ready to hit the ground and connect with industry professionals and tell authentic African stories. And their productions therefore are focused on taking pride in our stories and telling the Kenyan stories, the African stories in Ethiopia, in Uganda, in Tanzania, and continent-wide in all the countries where we are running the Multichoice Talent Factory. I will therefore would like to recognize two of our outstanding students from Kenya who excelled this year, who was at the academy. We have Maurice Mwendo and Hanigan Kwenya. Congratulations and very well done. I'm particularly proud of Maurice Mwendo, who was awarded the Avid Pro Tools license upon graduation for being the most promising sound engineer in the East African Hub. I know sometime, let me just take a break a little and maybe chat to you, Makbo. Back in the day, and you will forgive me if I make reference to any of the productions you were in, but we used to say a lot of the times that it sounded like cardboard production.
Really did. It really,
Right.
really did. And this is something that I used to talk to my geriatric friend, Jimmy Gadu. And we're talking about how in our time, it was really difficult because the transition was from theater straight into the silver screen without having actually any basis or ground in terms of learning TV. Now you have the Talent Factory, which not only do you learn an all-round of what film does or TV does, but actually get your hand in trying different things in different departments. So by the end of it all, you're an all-rounded either actor, producer, or director, which from where we were, it's an amazing, amazing step.
Yep. And the reason why I bring that up is because often we tend to complain and say things are not great, they don't look good,
Sure.
but the responsibility sits with us to make good and improve what we think is not going very well.
Indeed.
So part of the reason why we have the MTF Academy, the Multichoice Talent Factory Academy, is actually to address these gaps and play an active role as a responsible corporate citizen.
Indeed.
And address talent, quality of talent. And we've identified two areas, one of them being sound, where we have big gaps. And then we also have script writing, which is also a big gap. But there are other areas, of course, we don't just train on just those two areas to complement the wholesome training that is required to produce great shows.
And I have to commend that transition because now we are seeing more and more young and upcoming talented individuals giving us a run for our money.
Thank you. So now let's move to appreciating what Hanigan Kwenya was able to receive and how we were able to reward him or recognize him. So he is the fortunate winner of a 4-week internship opportunity to work on Mnet production with the creme de la creme of Kenyan producers who handle our local productions.
Indeed.
And what I'd like to say is that this is what our Kenyans, the Kenyan students have been able to get, but from the East Africa Academy and across all the academies, we're able to even have some of the students go to the New York Film Academy, which is something, I mean, you can imagine, it's a dream for
I
most
almost
of us.
applied to the academy just because of that. Just for that.
I think your age doesn't allow you.
I know, Jimmy, my geriatric friend, told me about it. Yeah, but we're no longer young.
So both of these awards are invaluable opportunities that offer these young filmmakers a stepping stone into their career film, and really hope that they will make the very best of this. Obviously, we also go on to recognize the other 20 students who are hosted at the East Africa Hub, and congratulations to all of you for coming this far. And once again, we congratulate you for going through to graduation. You made us proud, you made Multichoice proud, you should be proud of yourselves. Now let's go and make Kenya and Africa great. Great. It is stories like yours that inspires and make us believe that the future of Africa and the Kenya creative industry is indeed bright.
Absolutely.
And I've said this very many times that when we do what we are doing, we would like to see a lot more people producing and operating at a world-class level, and eventually want to be able to usher everybody in the industry, and that journey has already started, into the global scene, onto the global platform, and create our own stars, our own celebrities that we will want to see also complementing the international scene and telling the African story authentically on Hollywood. And obviously, you know, we commission stories from Hollywood, and we commission a lot of work from international producers as well. So we are committed to creating stars, both those right in front of the camera and those behind the camera. So I'd like you to look at the journey we've taken thus far and hear from the person that leads our talent factory in East Africa, Njoki Muhoho, the MTF East Africa Academy Director, and also take a glimpse of the trailers of the films that have been produced by the students during their time at MTF. Welcome.
Africa was made for film, and that's why local content continues to excite, entertain, move, and captivate our audiences.
Say wow!
Wow!
Action!
Multichoice Africa is passionate about showcasing our diversity and rich culture. And with our continent's talent on display for the whole world to see, it was time to pass the baton to a new generation. And so, in May 2018, the Multichoice Talent Factory was launched. The Academy provides a year-long funded program to develop emerging TV and film talent across 3 regions and 13 countries.
We see this as an opportunity to build our regional film capacity.
We in Africa have great stories, stories that we need to take to local and international audiences.
I think this is much more than giving back. This is about shared value. It's about, not just providing employment, but ensuring that generations are armed and equipped.
A call was sent out far and wide, inviting passionate young people who were made for film to step forward. And the response was incredible. After an intense selection process, the inaugural class of 2018 was announced.
This was my opportunity for me to be who I was meant to be.
60 deserving young talented candidates threw themselves into the art of filmmaking, with both theoretical classes as well as practical hands-on training.
MTF has shown me that I can be better than I ever thought I could be.
In January 2019, we kick-started our masterclasses. These best-in-class workshops are facilitated by industry experts and aim to further develop the technical skills of industry creatives. The next touchpoint was the launch of the Multichoice Talent Factory portal, a pan-African film and television digital marketplace bringing talent and opportunities together. Then after a grueling 12 months of honing and sharpening their skills, the first inaugural MTF class graduated in 2019 with much excitement.
The students who graduate today will be the leaders of the industry to follow. I'm indeed proud to be part of this.
Outstanding students from each academy were rewarded with exciting international opportunities from our partners.
New York Film Academy, get ready, I'm coming.
It was then time for our students to showcase their intensive training and industry immersion at star-studded film screenings. The 6 films were also broadcast on DSTV and GoTV and can still be enjoyed on Showmax. After a successful inaugural year, MTF welcomed the class of 2020. Barely 5 months into their program, the COVID pandemic hit and students were sent home to navigate the newness of online learning. During lockdown, students were challenged to document their personal stories on the impact of the pandemic in 3-minute silent mobile movies. The result was isolation diaries, sharing their fears, hopes, and realities of living in COVID times, now available on the MTF portal. Students also had the opportunity to participate in the United Nations Verified campaign and to create public service announcements encouraging viewers to pledge to pause before sharing online or digital content to combat misinformation around the pandemic. In an unprecedented move, students were also enrolled in a 3-week online course with the prestigious New York Film Academy and were taught how to produce micro-documentaries, public service announcements, television commercials, and music videos.
Welcome to Africa.
What should have been a 12-month filmmaking program turned into a challenging but exciting 18 months. We are delighted to celebrate the graduating class of 2020, now alumni of the MTF Academy program.
Welcome to Africa.
Multichoice Africa remains committed to igniting Africa's creative industries and enriching lives by developing the art of inspired local storytelling. The Multichoice Talent Factory was made possible by our esteemed local and international partners.
Welcome to Africa.
Jambo. My name is Joki Mohoho. I'm the Multichoice Talent Factory East Africa Academy Director. It has been an eventful year. This second cohort of students have actually taken more time to complete their program than intended in the curriculum. Indeed, due to COVID, they have taken 6 extra months to complete the program. But this has worked to our advantage in a big way. On the 17th of March 2020, when I packed all the students off to the airports to return to their respective countries, many were sad, thinking they will never be able to complete the program and graduate. COVID brought us digital enhancement. Who would have known, with the students spread across 4 countries and in many different regions even within the country, would remain so bound together digitally? We continued with our virtual classes, and I'm happy to announce all students were able to attend those classes digitally. Not only that, the students kept in touch with each other virtually, digitally. And indeed, I saw a good cross-pollination between the students from one country to another. Some came up with the ideas, and the ideas were actually shot in another country. Great cooperation, great teamwork. And this is what I love about our East African students. Thank you to Multichoice for the brilliant thought of having this academy fully sponsored. We couldn't have done this without the support of our stakeholders. These young people are now ready to go out there and be the leaders in filmmaking in Africa. Thank you.
Beleshi, Sanoshimi, Nimaya.
Ilé wa kọ́ la wà yìí, tí ilẹ̀ ti wọ́n ni.
Alákùnrin ìwé our culture and tradition.
When I was young, my mother used to tell me of Oliwa, a superstition that people had. Oliwa means
Musanga alina essomero lidda kulyenda olidde obuzibu bwaife obusinga ssente.
Iwe oli mulalu oyenda kungemya ku musambwa bana guviire waguno
የምትጋደልለትን ነገር አሳክተሃል ወይ ነው ጥያቄ።
ክብርህን መልስ ሚካኤል፣ ድሮ ላይ ቀርተሃል።
ተስፋ ካለ እስከ መጨረሻው ድረስ
Look at the quality of work done by our students. I am honestly very, very impressed and elated to see such great quality of work coming out of the students.
Absolutely.
What's your thought?
From across the continent, actually. I don't think I've actually sat down and watched any Ethiopian production, but that just shows how much we have in store this year, courtesy of Multichoice, through the Pan-African lens.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you. I hope we shall be able to carry on doing the work that we are doing. And just to summarize that we as Multichoice Kenya continue to play a pivotal role as a responsible corporate citizen. And to this end, we continue to partner with government, as I've said. We are partnering directly in creating opportunities for employment and therefore expanding the footprint of the people that we work with, whether it's permanent or whether it is on the ground directly or indirectly through our sales force. We also continue to partner with governments by supporting government with its initiative on creating opportunities for entrepreneurship, and therefore we continue to recruit installers who are self-employed. We continue to recruit new dealers and invite the Kenyan business community to be able to join us wherever they are interested. We are open in 5 regions across the country. We also would like to emphasize the partnerships we have with the United Nations with regard to the SDGs, and out of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, we are obviously a partner, so we play a role in the partnership. You have seen from the students the work they did around ensuring that we are disseminating and playing an active role in only carrying truthful news, and therefore asking everybody to pause before they share. And to this end, we did have a campaign with the United Nations called Pause Before You Share, to ensure that we're not putting lives at risk as you share as an individual by sharing false information around the COVID-19 pandemic, because it could mean a life or death situation. Now allow me to switch gears and hand over to my colleague Timothy Okwaro, who I mentioned earlier is our eminent regional director for Eastern Southern Channels, to take us on a journey of our Kenyan stories. Welcome, Tim. And just before Tim comes on, we shall play a few videos showing you the work that we are doing on Maisha Magic East and Maisha Magic Plus.
Tunabambika na hadithi tu kama wewe.
Ndio.
Yes, that's it. Hadithi ambazo zimejaa ucheshi, drama na msisimko tosha. Hadithi zitakazokugusa na kuzidi kukuburudisha.
This is the turn up where we get to turn up.
Unasubiri nini? Twende.
Sorry.
Umenipata? Jitayarishe kwa orodha yetu murwa ya drama, comedy na reality tele. Karibu kwenye nyumba iliyo bora zaidi, kwenye Maisha Magic East. Ukiongeza kikombe cha usaliti, ukanyunyuzia ulipizaji wa kisasi.
So this was your plan all along, eh?
I want you out of my house.
Na utilie mahaba ndani. Bas, viungo vya drama unavyo.
I took her as my prodigy. I mentored her, and this is how she pays me back.
Kwenye Maisha Magic Plus tunawapakulia vipindi bora kabisa vya kinyumbani vitakavyokupa hamu zaidi.
You're going nowhere until you clean up the mess that you created.
Basi zama ndani ya uhondo wa vipindi vya kikwetu. Kwenye menu yetu tuna kila kitu unachokihitaji na ushibe kwa burudani bora zaidi kwenye Maisha Magic Plus pekee.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. As my colleague Nancy and Makbul had stated earlier, you asked for us to be back again to show you the great content we have. And when you demand, we listen. So we're here again. Thank you for joining us. Mnet is undoubtedly Africa's most loved storyteller, not only in Kenya, but across the continent. We partner with both local talent and the world's best production studios to bring to you an unrivaled selection of the best GE or general entertainment content from Africa and around the world. Multichoice Africa through Mnet is the biggest investor in local content across the continent. And through our numerous local channels, we have made extensive investments in the development of original local programming. This investment has allowed us to create many jobs and develop new talent on our screen and behind the cameras, as well as across the entire production value chain. I would like us all to just take some time to listen to Yolisa Pakle, our CEO for General Entertainment and Connected Video, as she shares about the investment we continue to make in our local content industry and the plans that we've put in place to continue bringing you authentic, award-winning shows that we have on our local channels.
Welcome to the 2021 Multichoice Showcase. While 2020 posed various challenges for content producers across the world, it has also been a year where creativity has come to life, and I'm proud of the resilience of our industry and the strides the film industry continues to make across the continent. While we had success in 2020, we are excited and eager to show you what we've got in store for 2021. We've invested in and remain committed to what we call our hyper-local strategy, which at its core outlines how we will continue to bring local productions not only to viewers across Africa, but to the world, whilst giving African storytellers a platform through which to tell their stories as only they can. Right now, we are leading the way across the continent when it comes to creating and supporting local content. This is evident in the recent addition of hundreds of local content hours. Our business exists because of you, our stakeholders, and of course, our customers. It is because of our customers that we could continue to focus our energy on growing the local industry and bringing content which is authentically yours, relevant, local, and above all, entertaining and informative. And we have seen time and time again that our viewers love content and stories that resonate with who they are. Our investment in African stories also mean that we're investing in local businesses and in technical skills development. 47% of our local procurement spend benefits small, medium, and micro enterprises. This means we are developing local storytelling talent and increasing the number of independent production houses across Africa, while independently contributing to employment and directly contributing to economic growth. This is the true power of storytelling. By developing these stories, we not only entertain, we also make a meaningful contribution to the growth of a country. We pride ourselves for our knowledge of our customers and of understanding what they want to watch. We do this by continuously studying their behavior and viewing patterns, which allows us to deliver products which match those needs, while simultaneously supporting the aspirations and mandates of local film bodies. The result is an ever-expanding local content offering and investment into countries, into industries, and in people. We have worked hard to establish ourselves as one of Africa's most trusted sources of quality, homegrown programming both through our committed focus on producing quality content, as well as leveraging the pan-African reach of our platforms to showcase the very best of African storytelling. We are seeing more and more that our content has the ability to cross borders, finding resonance across countries, across the continent, and even on a global stage. It's absolutely wonderful to be part of this incredible team who work tirelessly to bring the best stories from Africa and the world to homes and screens across the continent. And I hope that you will also enjoy today's session as we showcase our passion for telling stories like only we can.
Thank you, Yolisa. Now bringing it back home to Kenya. We are very proud of our two leading local content channels, Maisha Magic East and Maisha Magic Plus. These two channels carry our exclusive Kenyan programming, which shows that our customers have come to love, including our key flagship telenovelas and other top shows. On Maisha Magic Plus, that is DSTV channel 163, our viewers on Compact, Compact Plus, and Premium packs can enjoy shows such as Kina and Kovu, our runaway success telenovelas, as well as new seasons of shows such as Vashita, Story Yangu, Date My Family, and Undercover, just to name but a few. Here's a glimpse of the great content available to you, our viewers, on Maisha Magic Plus.
I want to see Fred on his knees. Na nitamtumia yule mtu alimtumia yeye to satisfy his stupid desires.
Left ukumbuke maze. Akismile usismile, but akicheka ucheke, sawa? Nataka leo niangiri swa moja.
Mkiniangusha, everything here itakuwa yangu. Wewe John.
The only way for you to get everything is if Fred dies or disappears.
Mimi maoni tu ni hajakio gani. Lakini tulikuwa nataka doa ya kununua oven, tubakishe kidogo na kuranio busy yetu.
You're too late. Nana already knows. I'm telling you, she's so upset.
Sio tu wako shimo gani kuja kwa nyumba yangu to try and bring havoc in this house. Kuja kuvunja nyumba yangu, familia yangu.
Auntie, huni bamba tu sana.
Watch and learn. Ukicheza na familia yangu, I come hard at you.
Hauna hata aibu. Ukiuliza opinion ya mwanamke, nyamaza nikwambie kwa nini uko single na uko 27.
Okay. I want a ghetto girls.
Dema naogopa tu God.
Nafikiri ungetuombea. Haya.
Nataka dem a bit bigger.
Kunaendaje?
They can't mix. I don't do sukuma wiki or something.
He's cute.
Mkwanza mimi ni waje.
Nyumbani unapata wengine hawatumii
na mchanga.
Wanachukua ile ni ya mahindi wanasugua sufuria na mchanga.
Tafuta your league.
Juu siishi kileleshwa.
Date My Family, Sundays at 8 p.m. on Maisha Magic Plus.
Alisa, tumeshafika nyumbani.
Tumefika nyumbani kama ulivyotaka wewe, Jafar. Kama kawaida ameota ndoto zake na kioto waseme ameota nini. Unataka kujibu nini?
Muda mrefu ndani ya ofisi, yote kwa sababu yenu. And what do I get in return? Our kids have gotten spoiled because I have been out of this house all the time.
Who's this Carlos?
Habari ya leo mheshimiwa.
Mheshimiwa!
Ningetaka kile nawaambia mkuwe na roho nyepesi ya uvumilivu.
Kuna Amstead deal ita go down leo kwa hii town yetu.
My ships are missing. Hii ni meja. Nakwambia kuna kitu kana go down na siwezi kukuletea hii kama udaku.
Mbona unanuka desperation?
Yuck. Na mbona na hapenigiwaga hivi na wasichana wote?
Niko in love.
Nilikwambia achane na Tosh.
Kwani yeye ni Trace Songs wa 254?
Mame.
Umeshawahi shikwa na mkono wa sheria?
Mami. Ambia mwenzako icheni.
Can make this stuff up.
Awo.
poor people used to call us poor.
Nilipata na ugonjwa sababu ya malnutrition.
Nikaanza kufanya kazi ya mjengo.
I am a survivor of rape.
I was smuggling women into the bus.
Shilingi 23,000 ndio nilianzisha kazi ya uwakili nayo.
Nilisema zamani sana nataka kukua rubani, but watu hawakuniamini.
I fell in love. I didn't mind whether she was married or not.
Alikuwa na time hapo alafu ananiambia snow cream.
Kahawa haijaisha mpaka sasa, tunakunywa kahawa bado.
Jina langu ni Millie Grace Akot.
Dr. Githenji Gitahi.
Dalo Nyango.
Mary Okello.
Captain Irene Koki Mutungi.
John Allen Namu, na hii ni story yangu.
Do you Donavat Mureithi Ongombe take Vashita Vat to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I finally have a soulmate again. Oh, star, I'm coming.
I used to be dead, but I'm not dead anymore. Are, what are you doing?
I have 7 million for your shamba.
Did he just come straight from the gym? What is he wearing?
Tuna mamilioni na huwezi lipa mtu aigize hizi vitu kwa nyumba.
Beba kitu. Get out of debt. Let's kill our debtors.
Can we be friends? And then maybe you can introduce me to other friends, and then we can all be friends.
I'm coming for you.
Vashita, kila Jumatano saa 1 jioni katika Maisha Magic Plus channel 163 kwenye DSTV.
Wow, a truly exciting lineup on Maisha Magic Plus. But that's not all. On Maisha Magic East, our viewers will get to enjoy a lineup of amazing content, including shows like Selina, Pete, Njoroa Uba, and Aziza. And here's a showreel of what to expect from Maisha Magic East for our viewers.
Jambo moja liko wazi. Kuna maafa makuu yanakuja kisiwani.
Huyu mtoto wako hutayemtetea?
Kwa historia ya funzi, Pete haijawahi kumvuka kiongozi yoyote. Hivi sasa imemvuka huyu.
Lakini mama, mimi nimemfanya mangapi jasiri?
Wanatamanisha kwa mke wako jasiri.
Lazima ukaze kamba sawa sawa.
Ile siku mbora taniwa, utatafuta mahali pa kukanyaga.
Mimi ndiye mfalme wa funzi.
Kumetupwa nini kisiwani?
Ewe mpenzi, ninakutaka.
Kuna kitu cha ajabu kimetokea na kinamhusu Biko.
Msaliti wewe, toka! Wa kujilaumu na kulaumiwa ni Selina. Yeye ndio chanzo cha hizi vituko zote zinapata Nelson.
Selina. Na utumio jina tena mbele yangu Biko, ndasaweni Biko.
Selina amesimama na wanaume wawili ambao amewatawala.
Nisikie ukimtetea Biko, hautaamini.
Kazi kwako. Ukitaka Biko awe hai au afe, wewe ndio kusema Selina, wewe ndio kusema.
Ebu amka. Ndiwe ulimaliza tishu ya choo?
For your information, nilienda kampo na niligraduate with first class honors.
Na bado kwa taxi driver.
Habari zenyu afande? Kuna rafiki yangu ameshika.
Sasa unataka kupiga makofi ama nini?
Joke, let me tell you, if I'm not out of here in the next 1 hour, tafuta leo mwingine.
Remember ile time mimi na wewe
Really Njoro?
Kazi yako ni kuvunja nyumba za watu. Weka bakia.
How are things in Dubai?
Wacha nikuonyeshe venye nyumba yetu inakaa. Hii ndio balcony na room ya Uncle Hussein na mama.
Uncle Hussein ni nani?
Wewe ni nani? Unabeba hapa kama nani wewe?
Hii ni stage na si ya mtu.
Toka hapa. Nonsense.
Amazing stuff right there. And I think we need to just take a minute of silence in commemoration of one of our own, Mzee Jasiri from Pete, who left us a few weeks ago. I think it was a week or two ago. Just a moment of silence, if you'll indulge me, please. Indeed. Thank you. I need to note now that Maisha Magic East is available to our DSTV family and access customers on channel 158 and to all our GoTV customers on channel 4, available across all packages. So there's a lot of content for you to enjoy, and there's absolutely no reason for you not to stay with DSTV and GoTV for these great shows that are on Maisha Magic East and Maisha Magic Plus. But it doesn't stop there. Like we keep saying, local content is our passion. So in addition to all this great content and channels that you've seen, we will soon launch Maisha Magic Movies, a channel that is going to feature the best of East African films, a movies-only channel. So guys, some more entertainment coming for you. Keep it locked, please. Keep it Maisha Magic, keep it Maisha Magic Plus for further updates on upcoming developments and new shows. I trust that you've enjoyed the brief glimpse of our content and lineup. Thank you very much. Paul, before I pass it over to you.
Indeed.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. How much is a video?
Wow. A lot. A whole lot, I would say.
And I've played a lot of videos. So
you have.
Thank you. Over to you, Paul.
The one and only Timothy Aquaro, thank you so very much. And of course, Yolise Pahle, if I'm getting that right. And for those who've been wondering about the Explorer, well, there's a question that you can answer, and then follow us on #MCK Showcase 2021, and you might just walk away with that particular Explorer decoder as well. Go TV, you might walk away with a 3-month subscription. So all you need to do for the DSTV Explorer on Kina, what is the name of Nana's stepmother? Let me say that again, DSTV Explorer, if you want to win that particular one. On Kina, what is the name of Nana's stepmother? And for the Go TV 3-month subscription, on Selena, what is the name of Selena's stepmother? Right? On Selena, what is the name of Selena's stepmother? #MC Showcase 2021, and of course, #MCK Showcase 21 as well. And you could be the lucky winner. And as Tim has told us about Maisha Magic East, and plus, and of course, the variety of all the amazing programs from Kenya that we have seen, it's only fair that we actually talk to the people in front of the camera, the stars, the legends. And I, for one, I am particularly honored to introduce the first one who, believe it or not, still continues to inspire the next generation, having been in the industry for quite a while and made a difference. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure. Let me introduce him with his first name, Mr. Hiram Ngige Ondiyek Yukakwata.
Thank you very much.
It's such an honor. Every time I meet you, it's such an honor. I feel like we should pay respect to the people who started this industry from a point where we really didn't have any infrastructure to where now Multichoice is having a variety of new upcoming talent and actually creating them. Just, Hiram, perhaps, where did we start?
In fact, what I would actually want to say is that I started acting long time ago. I've been an actor, and actually during those era, the era of the black and white television, and the VOK actually controlled, they were actually the only station that you could watch. And during the time of black and white, things were not rosy as they are today. Things were not easy. And what I would actually want to say is that those actors who remained actually were just there, not because of money, but because of passion. Because you see, somebody like me was doing sales and marketing, but one time I discussed with my manager, and it was like, people will not be taking you seriously selling our products. And they will just think you are doing those comedy zako and all that. So he actually told me to go sleep over it, and then the following morning we can have a talk. And I told him, sir, I don't need to go to sleep over it. I think this is where I belong. So I just walked out, and I went out. Yet I had a house to pay, and it was not easy.
I can imagine.
Yes, those are the days when tulikuwa tunaitwa tule tumututwa TV. Unaona?
And it's amazing to hear that, because in your own right, you've become legends. And of course, those who have passed on before us, Kina Masanduku, Kina Ojwang.
Yes.
And just speak on that transition from, of course, starting out in theater, where I remember we used to do theater, we used to go for set books so that we can make ends meet.
Yes.
To where we are right now, where you can actually depend on what you're doing.
In fact, in those days, as you're saying, when you used to do the set books, going or traveling all over the country, the traveling theater, I actually worked with so many theater groups.
You'll give it to Nancy.
And we used to go to each and every corner of this country. And one thing that I can tell you is that for sure, it was not easy, even in those days. Because getting even an accommodation as you perform in the various schools that you have booked, it was it was not easy. We had to share one room. Unapata zingine artist watatu wanne. You share the same room. Yeah. That was how it was those days. And then when you come back to VOK in those days, the money that was being paid per episode, I think by then was 3,700. So you divide with the cast of Vioja Mahakamani, and you can see how much you end up getting. Wow. You see, it was that bad. So there are times that you could find the likes of Ojwang Atari who was doing Vitimbi. He could earn up he was the highest paid during those days. He used to get 500 shillings with Tama bin Tama. Those were the guys to watch, yeah. Wow. Tama bin Tama, Peter Lukoe. Those are the pioneers, yeah? Those are the guys that we found. I actually started working with them in the 80s, and they were just wonderful people. I only wish they lived to see, to reap the fruit of the benefits. Exactly. Because right now, the younger generation thinks that things have always been rosy, but it has not always been like this.
But it is quote unquote rosy right now, as we can say. And I remember when back in the day when we were starting out, when we were being celebrated in and around Nairobi. Or you know where you were, your family is from. Yes. Talk to us about how Multichoice has laid a foundation across the globe so that we can be celebrated.
One thing that we realized is that the game changer was Multichoice, because when they came, actually, they gave us a platform unlike any other in this country. At least you are able to be seen all over the country in the digital platform, in Showmax, and also, you see, it is good to know that in Tanzania, our programs are becoming very popular. In Tanzania and parts of Rwanda. And let me say, those countries that are able to understand Swahili, we are very popular. And you realize that when you walk in those streets, that is when you know people are watching us. It's amazing. Really watching us. So we are getting that international, you know, it is like recognition. You're just recognition. Indeed. All over any place that you go, people will be able to associate you with Multichoice.
I remember going down to South Africa last year to Limpopo, and actually being stopped by the locals, and they're like, "Oh, we've seen you in that program where you're being chased by that crazy lady." Yes. And it's such a fantastic thing to realize that the whole entire Africa is watching and celebrating you. I'd like to task you just a bit as we finalize. I want you to look at that camera over there and Ondiek. Yes. Awaambie. Ndio. Mwaka kwenye Multichoice wasubirie nini?
Wananchi watukufu, hii ni Ondiek Nyukakwata Olobama Nigidi. Ile kitu nitamwambia nyinyi ni kwamba Maisha Magic imetayarisha maneno kata sio Multichoice. And I can actually tell you authoritatively that Hula Baloo is actually starting to be aired. Our season 20 is going to be aired on Thursday. Keep it tuned. That is actually, you keep it locked on Thursday at 8 p.m. We'll be there. We'll make you laugh. Don't worry. Hata ukishindwa kutembea, because actually you have to keep safe. Sababu naona hii kitu inaitwa COVID. Don't think it is a joke. Ndugu yangu, itaenda na wewe. So kaa ndani ya nyumba, and then we'll come and entertain you in your sitting room. Na hata kama uko na ingine TV kwa bedroom, we'll just come there and entertain you, my brother. What do I say, man? Kama ndugu yako ana decoder, simununulie. Ama nione kando, so that we see what you can do.
The one and only Hiram Gige, a.k.a. Ondiek Nyukakwata. Thank you so very, very much for, of course, honoring us with your presence. And, of course, always entertaining us on Hula Baloo. Thank you. Thank you very much. And, of course, if you want to win yourself that Explorer one more time, it is on Kina. What is the name of Nana's stepmother? One more time, on Kina. What is the name of Nana's stepmother? And of course, for your GoTV 3-month subscription for free, all you need to tell us is on Selena. What is the name of Selena's stepmother? And if you know that well, hashtag MCK Showcase 2021. And we shall pick someone from there. And of course, talking about Selena and the grandmother, those who have been following keenly, of course, know the ups and downs and the turns and twists that are going on the particular program. But as well, behind the scenes and on the streets of State House Road, perhaps. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure to introduce Celestine Gashui and Pascal Tokodi. Mnanicheka nimeshrab. How, first of all, how is it acting with Pascal? Because I know he's the king of puns and you can't be serious around him at all.
I've tried. I've really tried. And then I've also adapted. But he's a cool guy.
Oh, have you now?
Listen, the transition from, of course, having done TV, yes, and having done stage and getting onto a platform where now people are recognizing you not for your name, but for the character. How does that feel?
It feels great. And knowing that you're impacting people and people can remember you for what you did, and young girls are looking up to me. That's amazing.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And it's across the continent.
Yeah. That's amazing. And also, I think being exposed to other people, not only Kenya,
Indeed.
I think that's one way of getting to the world. Exactly. And getting bigger and bigger, which I really appreciate.
As older actors, we talk about how it was hard for us getting to the amazing platforms where we could people would appreciate our talents. But here we are with Multichoice Talent Factory and seeing talent after talent being churned out. Speak to us on that.
I think for us, we are privileged and we didn't really find we found hard times, but not really hard times.
Exactly.
Yeah, because the journey wasn't easy, but I think we are at a better place because we have many, many channels. We have like Maisha Magic is really taking up, young people, like for example, me and Pascal, and at least we have platforms, we have places that we can have our ideas and bring them to people like Maisha Magic, and they're gonna support us. And also, I think we have very young, talented people that are ready, and us knowing that, for example, me knowing that I could have an idea and then involve someone like Pascal or my producer or someone else, and they're like, okay, they'll hold my hand, and it's amazing because you feel you're safe. Indeed. And your future and your dream has a place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Pascal, I think we have to celebrate the fact that not only in front screen we are celebrating the young girls who are coming up, and of course the women who have made the industry possible, but behind the scenes as well, we're seeing crew. Young girls adapting to being sound engineers, to different technical abilities. Speak to us on that.
Directing as well.
And directing as well.
Yeah, it's amazing, and to see young people and specifically ladies taking up roles that were thought to be only guys can do. True. Like I saw a lady in Grips. I was like, yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that was it's showing. It's telling us that we're going in a very good direction. Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to seeing equality in every measure, and I'm looking forward to seeing shows directed by ladies. We have a director, Carol and June on our set, and they're really nurturing young ladies. So hopefully, but it's also nice to see. It's amazing to see that working.
You're being celebrated in Nigeria and in South Africa right now as a Pan-African name. How does that make you feel?
It was I didn't hear. What, did you say something?
Apart from the State House Road.
It's
because we're getting closer to the realization of our Pan-African dream, and of course Multichoice is pushing that particular agenda. Now you are in the forefront of that.
It's inspiring even for me. It's telling me that I'm doing something amazing with my life. My parents are proud of me, And I'm hoping that my actions, some other kid can see that what I've done. You've seen me ever since I was in Makutano, a 19-year-old boy. So, and now that I'm here with winning in Nigeria, I'm hoping that that can be a continuous trend. In every year we have Kenyans going there, every year, every single year, young ladies, young men, going after their dreams, chasing after their dreams and actually accomplishing them. It's a very beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely humbling. Celeste, I'll ask you to look at that camera right there and just talk to Africa and tell them what to expect this year from Selina.
Okay, umenika kwa spot, but okay, what to expect? Let's watch and see. Mimi pia, I'm also expectant from, Selina expecting.
You're welcome. Wink, wink. Wink, wink.
Yeah, I'm also expecting to see what is in store for Selina, for Z-Man, Nelson, and other guys. And yeah, continue watching. And I believe our writers and producer, we are coming again and again and again. Yeah, Thank you.
Pascal, as well, I'd ask you to look at the camera right there and tell us this year, courtesy of Mnet, what to look out for and why you didn't ask for chums at State House Road.
Well, let me answer the second question. See, I love my job so much. I love work. I love being on Selina. I love being on Maisha Magic. I love being on DSTV.
Indeed.
So I said on Selina. I said Maisha Magic is. So now that you're here, I'm kidding. What to expect? Amazing stories. I'm seeing other amazing actors coming on board.
Yes.
On our show, on Kina, in Pete.
Indeed.
I'm seeing different talents coming. So I'm seeing a whole different ball game to be expecting this year. Amazing. And also, I know we're fighting the pandemic, but I'm also loving how we are strong. We're still continuing. Nothing is stopping us.
Absolutely amazing.
That's very inspiring.
Thank you so much, guys, and for all the amazing work that you are doing at the moment. And if you want to win yourself an Explorer and check out these guys every week, well, simple question is, for DSTV Explorer, on Kina, what is the name of Nana's stepmother? One more time, if you want to win yourself a DSTV Explorer, the question that you need to answer is, on Kina, what is the name of Nana's stepmother? And for your GoTV 3-month subscription, very, very simple, on Selina, what is the name of Selina's stepmother? If you answer that on hashtag MCK Showcase 2021, Pascal, you're under terms and conditions. If you answer those, you will walk away with a decoder and as well GoTV subscription for 3 months. And I'll put Nancy on the spot and just ask, on Selina, who's your favorite character?
All right. So my favorite character on Selina.
On Selina, for a chance to win yourself.
Am I allowed to be honest or just to say?
Be as honest as you can. They're right here.
All right. So the last time you asked him with that question, and it's difficult to answer because you have so many children. You have to figure out which one. But there are some that are gifted with different abilities.
Yes.
Right? Yes. And sometimes you'll also tell the child, you really are good in this, you guys, you need to work on this.
On this, indeed.
Right? So I think the two of them are really, really good, and they bring the show to life.
Absolutely.
Both, so my favorite would be, at this point in time, the ones that are right here, Selina and Els.
Hey!
Without them, we wouldn't have the show.
Amazing,
right?
amazing.
But I also still love watching everybody else who makes the scene possible. Because without them, we wouldn't have Selina and Nelson.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Thank you so very much, guys. And of course, to Hula Baloo as well, who came in earlier. The most diplomatic answer you will ever hear from Nancy, by the way, as we chug along. And the next pair of artists who are coming on stage to tell us, of course, what to expect this year from their program. They have been stars for quite a while, and now they're on a platform that has spread them across Africa and the globe. Well, one, you could say one of the most controversial and at the moment not liked character. One, a lovable character, actually from a very long time ago. If you remember Jam Jimmy, Jam Jamadelic, Rustrat. And I can't remember the rest because my age is showing. But first and foremost, she has been named Queen of Radio, but now I think she's Queen of TV. Sanaipe Tande.
So will you ask me who I prefer?
First of all, just so that I can cut this. A lot of people have said, Nancy, that one of you is the doppelganger to the other between you and Sanaipe. Are you related? Do you happen to know each other?
Well, let's hear what Sanaipe Tende has got to say. My father and mother never told me anything.
Sana. I wasn't told anything either.
You weren't told anything?
No, I don't know. But if we are doppelgangers, maybe we can have a conversation on the side.
Yeah, so
we could talk about a couple of things that I have in mind.
Sana, how are you?
I'm good.
And just to pick your brain, you've been in the forefront in terms of seeing how the Pan-African dream is being realized, so to speak, through music, and now through acting. How is that?
Oh, thanks, Makbul. Pan-African and all those things. I think it's very important for me always. It's always been very important for me to be very honest about the things that I do and my, how do I put it, my position. And to be honest, for example, when it comes to the acting is not something I thought I would get into. Let's start there. Yeah. It just happened to be that I released a music video, somebody liked the skit, and they were like, oh, this girl can act. And that's how I got into it. So I can't sit here and say that I'm into the detail of the film industry and basically just how it's doing and how it was before and how it is now. I basically was just thrown into the deep end and I was told, you know what, do this, do this, do this. So I think it would be very unfair for me to give my opinion about that without really fully having understood where it started and where it is now.
But you are thriving in a platform where now a lot of people are celebrating, and especially those who were before, seeing how we are now surviving.
Yes, we're surviving. At least I can say that. We're surviving. We are, I mean, we're doing better than when it started because like when acting started, I used to have an auntie in Mombasa who used to be in either Tausi or one of those programs. And it's so funny because she's one of my favorite aunties, God rest her soul. But I still never saw myself, you know, getting into film. Yes. But at the time when they were acting, and Ondiek has mentioned this, they were not as well paid or as well treated, and many of them were also not taken through counseling when it comes to being, when you become a star and everyone knows you and you're still that person who's, you know, taking a jab, how to deal with all those things. So I think I can say from knowing her past and where we are today, definitely there's been growth. Yeah.
You and I have the pleasure of coming from the coastal town and seeing how that growth has...
I was wondering why you didn't give me shkamo, but it's okay.
Shkamo. We saw from a long time ago the talent that was coming out of the coast, but it wasn't really nurtured. Now, it's hard not to recognize a coastal show. There are so many, and it's so amazing to see the talent. Just tell us about that.
I think, again, I'm going to be very honest. Yeah. Nancy, don't judge me. The one thing that I've come to realize is there is a lot of talent kwenye mitaa. A lot. And for them, it is natural because it's the life that they live. They don't have to fake it. I basically, and now I sound like I'm here to advocate for them, I think more opportunities should be given to them as opposed to people who have names and people who are known. Because a lot of the times you find there's people being given that opportunity because they are known, but they're not that good. So I think, Nancy, if we can be fair and give opportunities to people who are actually talented as opposed to somebody just having a name and they're thrown in somewhere. Yeah. Hey. Really, I came here to do other things. I apologize.
Jimmy doesn't seem to agree with that. Jimmy, you've been a household name for a while, but we have new talent that we actually need to give a platform. What are your thoughts on that?
I think from the various facets of what we've seen Mnet doing, because not everyone can be an actor or writer. I mean, there are various stages. There's writing, there's directing, there's camera work, and a lot of people from Mtaa can either be actors, scriptwriters. So I think from the factory, a lot of that can go into the Mtaani and get guys who have talent. Because the essence of it is just to tell a story from music, from writing. Because I remember the first time I ever acted was Mtaani, when we had social halls.
Yes.
And then from there, we saw people then on television who we grew up with. And then we were like, oh, so I can be on television because I can do this? So, that's how it all starts. So,
Exactly.
I think opportunities are there, and I think anyone who wants to get involved, from what I've seen being showcased by Mnet, I think there's mahali pengi watu penya.
Exactly.
And realize your dream in as far as telling the story.
Totally. And Mnet Talent Factory is one of those things. We never got trained. We just learned as we went along. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, which is true. Yeah. But then for us who then were able to find our way to the National Theatre, and then Phoenix Players or Professional Center, then things got better. I remember there's a guy in Kariako, and we used to see his pictures on in the papers. And he was at first National Theatre and then Phoenix Players. So I guess we were lucky because we were interested. We're like, that's the thing. For example, I keep telling people this. I'm not a trained journalist, or I'm a trained interior designer.
Wow.
Because my mom said, you have to be this back in the day. But you see, it's because we had that interest.
Yeah.
So if you have the interest, you would look for somebody who can teach you, or find somewhere where you can get this knowledge or training, to harness what you have and then to use that to make your way forward.
I really like what the two of them have said.
And by the way, you're right, these two look alike.
You can see it.
Interesting. What Sanapai Tande just said earlier on around find people who can tell the story the way only they can will bring out the authenticity.
Absolutely.
So when we say we are telling true, authentic African stories, I'm an African, I'm a Kenyan. I can tell when it's not authentic.
Totally.
Right?
Totally.
So I do agree with you, and I'm sure Timothy is doing something about it.
Absolutely.
And at the same time,
that's a job right there.
It is quite a job. Yeah. And then coming back to Jimmy, first and foremost, it's interesting. We met my husband, he possibly looks like you. That is now very extremely disturbing, including the character.
You two are a different conversation at her house.
Yes, but coming back to what he said, it's not enough to have huyom to Mtaa. They've got to be trained on how to get it done, and how to present their act in the best way possible.
Or they have to be interested.
Yes, and they have to be interested. You must have the interest. And that's the role that the Multichoice Talent Factory is playing. But it's good to hear you, as the veterans of the industry, and people who've done extremely well, clearly articulate the things that must be done, because then we have to align our strategy to deliver exactly what would work best. Absolutely. And what our viewers want to see.
And not just want to learn. There's this perception that this is a very glamorous, or the first thing is glamour, which is true. I mean, the first time you'll be seen on television, you will become famous. Anywhere, name it. It doesn't matter which station it is. Of course, for Mnet, because it's a wider audience, you will become famous. But the most important thing is the amount of work you put into it. It's a lot of hard work. Indeed. And that's a bit that people do not, don't want to either accept or follow. It is a lot of work. Totally. I pay,
don't get me started. Don't get me started.
When you have to, there's some scenes you play, some scenes we do. It's not easy. It's hard work, and that is what then makes it worth it. That's what puts bacon on the table. Yeah. It's not, guys, saying, hey, it's
I think just to add on to that, some of the extras that we get who come and act with us on just that one day, they're just like, how many times are we going to do the same thing? And so there's like 10 of you, and 10 of you have to get single shots. Yeah. And so they're just like, oh my God, I'm too tired, I can't do this. And then they realize at that point that I don't think this is something that I can do on a daily basis.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
It needs commitment and passion.
Exactly. And when you harness your talent, I mean, think about it. It's like if you're a bank teller, that's what you go and do from 8 to 5. So you tell somebody I'm an actor, and they think, that's easy. No, it's a law. You know, it's you, and you have to be trained.
Actually,
over. All the time, reevaluating and, retraining yourself to be better.
I actually have to ask you guys on this, because I find myself now, whenever I'm on location, I don't think of only our audience in Kenya. I start thinking, South Africa, what are Nigerians going to be seeing in me, the language, and then it becomes a bit of it's a motivation, but it's also competition with the rest of Africa. That's how I see it. You guys are adapting something that there's a sense of competition. How is that?
Let me go first because my husband talks a lot. So basically for Sana, like I said, you guys have mentioned that none of you got training. Okay?
Indeed.
I didn't get training.
Yes.
I was, a witch in KG.
Yes.
And then I was Mother Mary in Standard 7. That was about it. But for me, I don't think about how much better are they doing it. How well can I do it? I do it to the best of my ability. And this is something that I adopt like across the board in anything that I do. Yes. I have to give it my best. And if I know, because you have to be honest with yourself, if you know you're not going to, don't take that job.
Absolutely.
Because there's somebody else who's going to do it better than you, but you're just going to deny them that chance. You have to be honest. Indeed. So for me, it's not about the competition. It's not about how, like I've never watched The River.
Indeed.
Never. I don't know how the other Nana acts.
Exactly.
Okay? I know what Sana was told, the instructions my director gives me, and I give it the best.
Absolutely.
On to you, Jimmy.
No, so, you see, in terms of what people say, I mean, like from the onset, there's a lot of that. Why you guys copying? Before they knew it was actually an adaptation. And then, of course, there's always that. But then the funny thing is that, so for me, two things. One, I really love acting. Because it's the only way I can express myself. Yes. When I'm angry, when I'm sad, when I'm happy. I think owing because of what my other status is. So,
I hate when he's angry.
Well, by the way, this
no,
season we're doing it.
When he shouts at me, like for real, I feel it and I hate him.
Husband, wife.
And then he does that with his face. He's like this. Okay, I'll stop.
I really love acting because it's the only place where I can express myself. Even when I used to sing back in the day, which I don't anymore. So for me, it's and yes, I have watched The River because many years ago, Zweli and I met when Mnet when Channel O came to launch in Kenya.
All right.
When we both had jerrycans.
Yes.
So, but I've watched The River. But for me, it's like Sanaipe is saying, first of all, how can I do it differently? But secondly, is how can I bring myself into that character? How can I mold this character into me? How can I use those pockets in the scripts where then I can express, my anger or my happiness and so on?
Yes.
So ultimately, it's not, I don't know if I should say this because then she might not increase my salary, but let me just say it. It's actually, should I say it?
Yeah.
Okay, no, it's really big. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Husband, wife, Sanaipe Tandenana, Jimmy Gather, friend. And I just like for you both, of course, starting with the ladies, look at the camera and, of course, tell the people at home watching across the continent why they need to watch Kina.
Oh, I had a different answer.
All right.
First of all, you tell him that you don't have a stepmom.
All right.
Right, I don't. It's his mom.
Okay.
Who might as well just be a stepmom.
All right.
So why to watch Kina? Kina is a mix of Kenyan stories. It just doesn't talk about the life of the people in the mtaa. It talks about the rich, the connected. And I think it is actually, and it's unfortunate, but I do have to say this, it is a true depiction of not only, I think, the Kenyan society, but the African society. And it also basically highlights some of the vices that we need to really, really deal with as citizens of this country. And this is on all levels. It's in the mtaa, you see people at New Janta, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, guys are painting. I mean, that has to stop. Vijanas have to get work, and we also need to address the issue of our politically connected individuals who get away with anything. And this is something that I always say, sheria ni ya mwananchi. Ya watu wa chini. Watu wa juu hawashikiki na mambo ya sheria. So that has to change. We have to be fair and we have to be equal in this country. So you need to watch Kina, because I was about to release another secret. I'm Nana Tandala.
Fred?
On to you, my husband.
Because you basically said everything. And hey, I can't just.
So basically, Makbul, you see, we work as a team.
I can see that.
Except for when it comes to, murder. But it should have been, so the Tandala household, what would you like to say? And then
please.
Our husband.
So she's a PR.
There you go.
I'm just a guy.
So you're done?
Yeah. You've said it.
You see why I've sat on this guy?
No, you've said it.
Kelly party complete.
No, okay. So I'll say my bit. Okay. Just watch it because
my wife said so.
Yeah. My wife said so. I'm done.
Appreciated, ladies and gentlemen. Sanaipe Tande, Nana, and of course the one and only Jimmy Gathu as Fred. And you can check out Kina. If you do not have a decoder, well, we have an Explorer just for you. And the question, you said you don't have a stepmother.
What is the name of Nana's mother-in-law?
Mother-in-law, not stepmother. So one more time, what is the name of Nana's mother-in-law? And for your Go TV 3-month subscription on Selena, what is the name of Selena's stepmother? Right? If you hit us up on hashtag MCK Showcase 2021, well, you might just get yourself that Explorer and, of course, the 3-month subscription courtesy of Go TV. These guys they really work as a team and a unit, and you can see the chemistry that they have. This, of course, being nurtured on the amazing platform courtesy of Multichoice and through Go TV, DSTV, Showmax, delivering the best of content. And indeed, the best of content is available without a doubt. Think about it this way when it comes to wholesome entertainment with the family, the kids, everyone in between, and mostly, for myself, sports. Super Sport is always #1 in my house with only, 4 games to go? Will Liverpool get to the 4th position? Will Arsenal ever make it anywhere? To tell us more, there's some opinion from the gallery. But to tell us more about this, of course, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Chief Executive Officer, Supersport in Africa, Mr. Mark Jury.
Hello everyone and welcome. We're really looking forward to sharing our Supersport story with you today. It's a wonderful story and it's something that we're very proud of in being able to boast the most live sport of any broadcaster around the world. It's been a roller coaster 12 months given the disruptions caused by the pandemic. But one thing that we have been reminded through over this period is that sport makes the world a better place. If anything, sport now, more than ever, has been able to get us through a very difficult period. Despite all of the challenges, our team have worked tirelessly to continue to provide our customers with the best sporting content, both locally and from around the world. Some big wins over the past 12 months have been the Relive campaign, which allowed our customers to relive the greatest sporting moments of all time. Also the redesign and launch of our new thematic channel offering. This has been extremely well received and has increased the average time spent viewing by up to 24%, as we've made it easier for customers to be able to find what it is that they want to watch. Also the launch of the new Supersport app and the redesign of our digital channels. And of utmost importance and at the heart of the Supersport business is the great content that we've got on offer. Over the past 12 months, we've been able to renew some of the most important football rights from around the globe, namely the English Premier League, the UEFA Champions League, and then most recently, and something we're very excited about, is our acquisition of the FIFA World Cup rights for next year's World Cup in Qatar. Looking ahead, we've got some fantastic football finals coming up over the next few months. Supersport enters the business end of the football season with 3 cup finals between April and May. First up on the 25th of April, we've got Pep versus Jose when City take on Spurs for the Carabao Cup. Next up, it's the FA Cup final exactly a month later on the 25th of May. And to culminate the domestic European season, all eyes turn to Istanbul, scene of the most famous UEFA Champions League final comeback of all time. when Liverpool bounced back from 3-0 down at half-time to beat AC Milan on penalties. This season's showpiece final is on the 29th of May. Plus, we're adding last year's postponed sporting events to an already bumper sporting calendar. Those two events being last year's Euro and the Olympics, which will take place in June and July respectively. For this year's Euro, SuperSport will bring you all 51 games between the 11th of June and the 11th of July on a dedicated channel. For the Olympics, SuperSport's coverage will reach new heights with 8 dedicated channels and every medal event live on your World of Champions. The Olympics run from the 23rd of July to the 8th of August, so prepare for some unprecedented coverage. The Formula One season revved into action on the 12th of March in Bahrain and culminates on the 12th of December in Abu Dhabi. SuperSport will bring you every one of the 23 races in HD with in-depth pre- and post-race analysis courtesy of our F1 partners at Sky Sports. And a continuous smash hit with viewers is our coverage of WWE and UFC. Along with your weekly dose of Raw, SmackDown Live and NXT, SuperSport will deliver all 14 pay-per-view events along with classic fights and riveting documentaries on its dedicated WWE channel. UFC is one of our fastest growing audience pleasers, and it's no secret that it's mainly because of our top African fighters who continue to fly the flag for the continent. SuperSport's coverage on the Action Channel includes all 28 fight nights in each of the 13 pay-per-view events that make UFC the pinnacle of MMA. Other exciting content will include the world's major marathons, London, Boston, Tokyo and New York. With so much amazing sporting action coming up over the next few months, make sure you download the SuperSport app to enhance your viewing experience. We're incredibly excited about the sporting lineup over the next 12 months, and we can't wait to share this with you on the World of Champions.
Thank you very much, Mark. And Mark Jury has given us a sneak peek into what we should expect in coming months. I am extremely proud of our content brands, Mnet and SuperSport, and really everybody knows SuperSport. But a lot of people don't know that SuperSport is indeed our super aggregator of world-class sports content owned by Multichoice Africa and the Multichoice Group, and indeed making us the best provider of video entertainment as far as the sports arena is concerned. So when we go into the next year, we'll continue doing what we have done for you. We'll save you the trip to the stadium, we'll save you the trip out of the country, and take you straight into the arena by giving you front row seats to the world's largest European football leagues, including the Premier League. All matches, 100% of all the matches. La Liga in English. We are the only ones in Africa and in Kenya that are airing La Liga in English. And Serie A games, again, the entire set of Serie A games, as well as the UEFA Euro Championships, the Champions League from UEFA, and the UEFA Nations League, as well as the UEFA Euro qualifiers. We pride ourselves under SuperSport as being the home of the most prestigious and coveted world championships. And when you watch it, you can see, in fact, most people, like I said, do not know that SuperSport is a Multichoice brand owned by the Multichoice Group. So we'll continue bringing you, again, not just football, but premium and highly coveted championships and tournaments in golf, Formula One, tennis, rugby, cricket, the WWE, UFC broadcast on over 15 dedicated sporting channels. So what's new this time round? So new to SuperSport, it is a fact that SuperSport will be taking its act a notch higher this year. And over the next 12 months, SuperSport will be the home of the Olympic 2020 Games. So just in case you're saying, I will miss on going to the stadium again to watch the Olympics, we'll be bringing you the 2020 Olympic Games. We'll also be bringing you the Euro 2021 and the Women's Tennis Association Championship, broadcasting every minute of the action live onto DSTV and GoTV customers. You can look forward to seeing Olympics on 8 dedicated channels, 8, covering every medal event. GoTV customers will also have 4 channels, so 8 dedicated channels on DSTV and 4 on GoTV, just dedicated to Olympic Games. You can also, as all sports fans, look forward to 51 games of the Euro 2021 beginning July 11th. We also have the Women's Tennis Association Championship even later in the year, as well as the WWE and UFC, as I mentioned earlier. Now, what's even more exciting is that this year, we shall be unveiling sports documentaries. Last year, we started to unveil a sports documentary called Chasing the Sun, which featured the South Africa rugby team and their journey to the top in the World Cup. This time round, we shall be featuring East African athletes, and we shall have a documentary dubbed The Rising Champions. It's a 3-part series, a highly gripping feature that will focus on the success of the East African athletes. So if you want to know how they made it, how they make it, you've got to watch The Rising Champions. If you also want to know the secret behind what makes them successful, and if you want to be an athlete, you might want to watch Rising Champions. And sometimes we know to be as great as the person that you're looking up to, it's not enough to know the success, the secret. You might want to know what exactly makes who they are physically, from the science that is behind their physique, the science behind their mental stamina, as well as their spiritual stamina. So please stay tuned and look forward to watching the science behind East African athletes, which will be available also to watch on DSTV Catch-Up. The much-awaited documentary on Eliud Kipchoge is now available, already available on Catch-Up. That's the reason we're giving away the DSTV Explorer and encouraging as many people as possible to get on the DSTV app, because you can't catch Catch-Up unless you've got the DSTV Explorer. So you can't afford to miss the documentary on Eliud Kipchoge. If you don't have the Explorer, please do get the Explorer. But of course, if you don't have the Explorer and you've got the DSTV app, it's easy to download from either the iOS or Android stores. You can go into the Play Store, the App Store, and get DSTV app and be able to access Catch-Up and get the documentary. In coming months, we will also be featuring more Kenyan documentaries around Kenyan greats such as Helen Oribi, Jackson Tuwei, the president of the Kenya Athletics, Catherine Dereba, the great, and Paul Terragat, also the great. Not to say that the rest are not great. We all appreciate you. But we know we have had legends go ahead of us in this sport. Lorna Kiplagat, you also might want to look out for Brooke O'Connell, the famous Kenya coach, as well as Patrick Sang, Julius Yego, the guy who taught himself how to throw the javelin and went on to become a gold medalist from YouTube.
He taught everyone it's possible.
He taught everyone it's possible. And when we say, therefore, the DSTV, GoTV, and Showmax, under Multichoice, our brand purpose, therefore, is enriching lives. We enrich lives by activating passion, by influencing lifestyles, and also, inspiring greatness.
Absolutely.
So you can be just as great as Julius Yego by watching a lot of content on DSTV and GoTV, and Showmax that will get you ahead of your game. We'll also be featuring David Rudisha and Jimmy Buta, the coach, the athletics coach in Kenya. So let's catch a glimpse of the sports you can find on SuperSport and what you can continue to enjoy. Welcome.
2021, what do you wish for?
Do you wish to make your mark in the fast lane, where it's all about podium finishes?
To be strong and to be healthy.
To run the wall against the whole odds.
To experience new challenges.
To make every second count. Yes, you can do it. Yes, you are great.
And write history with every step.
It's your wish to make the world sit up and listen.
Sports can make your wishes come true. So don't miss any moment of the very best sporting action 2021 has to offer. Experience it all on SuperSport, only on DSTV.
When my children see me, they know it's time for SuperSport. It's time to catch up on what's going on in the world of sports, whether it's rugby, football mostly, and of course Formula One, seeing as yesterday was fantastic. Max Verstappen giving Lewis Hamilton a run for his money and not having his way, is warming up to a fantastic Monaco Grand Prix. There you go. But it doesn't stop there with entertainment that is wholesome for the ladies. Well, there's something new. Group Executive General Entertainment at Multichoice Africa Holdings, Mr. Gideon Kobane, tells us more.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to join us as we look at some of the highlights for the months ahead. Being Africa's most loved storyteller is a great privilege. And to us, it's not just amplifying amazing stories across the continent, but also creating, writing, and producing authentic and original programming. This also means giving our homegrown shows a stage to shine, creating entire channels, not just shows, that support and develop storytellers across Africa. So far this year, we've added 3 local channels to the Mnet family. These are Abol TV in Ethiopia, Aquaba Magic in Ghana, and Pearl Magic Prime in Uganda. We also have our much-loved favorites. Considering the challenges of last year, it's amazing how Mnet staples like The River, The Queen, Tinsel, and Selena continue to bring the magic home year after year. When it comes to keeping it real, our original local reality shows like Our Perfect Wedding and Date My Family, as well as our adapted international reality formats like The Bachelorette, Survivor, and Idols, have been very successful. We are bringing viewers more in the months ahead. On Mnet and One Magic, our local productions live alongside the world's best entertainment, which is exactly where they deserve to be. We'll be working with talents from across the continent, both on camera and behind the scenes, to make sure that wherever you are, you can come home to the magic in the months to come.
Thank you very much, Gideon. You have seen our local content through Timothy. You've also seen and heard from Mark Jury on our sports content, and now from Mark on our general entertainment content. And we continue to pride ourselves as having the largest and best catalog of international, local sports and end-to-end content. And on the GE front, having the latest international movies, series, and reality shows. Now, speaking of new channels, because that's where we are here, we recently introduced a new Pan-African lifestyle channel called Honey on DSTV channel 173. If you watch channel 124 on channel 124 on DSTV, which is the international version of lifestyle stories, you can see quite a bit of lifestyle stories that are authentically African, truly African Kenyan. It's a fusion of different countries, and this channel is called Honey. The channel is designed for you and me, the aspirational African woman and her family, with great shows on food and fashion. And I believe that every African woman is aspirational. You want to see how your wedding will look like, or that of your children. You want to see makeover romances. You want to see love stories, beauty and reality shows. All this you can catch on DSTV channel 173. And I always say, Makbo, and you've heard me in the past say, that kindling and rekindling romance during COVID can be really tough.
Absolutely.
Particularly because you get to see the guy or the woman so many times than you ever did see him or her, because you're inadvertently together.
Indeed.
But if you watch Honey, you can possibly get to see how the makeover romances and love stories are reinventing themselves during this COVID season, and you can get to spice up your life. Remember, we said as a brand, we enrich lives by inspiring greatness, by activating passions, but also by ensuring that we influence lifestyles.
Exactly, and for the men as well. Yeah,
right.
We need to watch Honey because there's something fantastic that you might learn.
Okay, great, super. So you will do it. You watch Honey.
I'm already planning how to cook.
Okay.
Yes, I'm trying to spice up the romance.
See, a lot of Kenyan men will say they don't watch anything that is romantic, and we expect them to be romantic. So please do get on to Honey.
Exactly. How will you be romantic if you don't know, if you're not taught, if you don't listen to the women?
I don't trust you.
I'm selling it a bit too much.
Well, without a doubt, you will find our very own Kenyan stars on shows like Yes, Ndio, Benny, hosted by Patricia Kihoro, and Foi Wamboi, which airs on Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Kenyan time. Making the Menu is another proudly Kenyan production in which two food bloggers compete to see whose dish will make it onto a restaurant menu. And I'm told again during this COVID season, the men are really perfecting their act with the roast, with the braai, with everything that they can get their hands on to make that barbecue look really good.
Yep,
Yeah?
yep, trying our level best.
Great. So now this one I trust you because I know the men are doing it.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll expect you to appear in the TV ratings of the Kenyan food and watch the shows by Kenyan food bloggers like Juliet Kane, Shoba Gatimu, which again is African food, Kenyan food that we can relate.
Indeed.
So when we say it's about telling our stories, using our own voices, and only we can, we really do mean it. And the Kenyan food bloggers making the menu, you can catch the Kenyan food bloggers Juliet Kane and Shoba Gatimu on Mondays at 6 p.m. In true Pan-African style, Honey also boasts cross-continental shows featuring Africans from all walks of life. And from Kenya, we are proudly represented by Rachel Wakesho in The Buzz, a talk show featuring a panel of 5 women. The Buzz again airs every Monday to Thursday at 8 p.m. And of course, you want to see the big story that's happening on the social media scene, which is who is the next big social media influencer. So we have a show called The Next Big Trender, and you want to watch. It's the search basically it features the search for Africa's hottest influencer, and we shall have 6 aspiring social stars from 5 African countries, including Kenya, our very own Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, Uganda, and South Africa. They will all go out to win the opinionistas. Are you one? Are you opinionated?
I'm so opinionated. I wish I could, but these young guys, I stay off. They are so talented and so forward.
Who?
These young guys who are coming out right now.
We're talking about the influencers.
Yeah, because they're across the globe. I've been trying to be an influencer for a while, but I don't think I can match up to some of their talent.
We can stick to our lanes.
Let's just stick to our lanes.
I stick to my business lane and don't attempt to be an influencer.
Indeed.
All right? So they will have to go out and win over the opinionistas by showcasing different facets of their lives. And The Next Big Trender airs every Friday at 7 p.m. Okay, you can catch Honey on DSTV Compact, Compact Plus, and Premium on the DSTV app. So if you're on DSTV Access and DSTV Family, you will need to upgrade to experience the world of Honey on Compact, Compact Plus, and Premium on the DSTV app as well. Here is some of the action that you can expect to find on Honey. And in as much as we may not be able to see everything, I guarantee you, please tune in and get to see the full detail. Let's play the Honey TV promo.
Want to see Africans living their best life? Then you can't afford to miss Africa's first original lifestyle channel, Honey, channel 173 on DSTV.
You know, Makbul just reminded me of the story that I tell quite often about my family. And one of my favorite stories is that my late mom, honestly, even if she were here, she would say she doesn't know how to cook. In fact, when we were remembering her and, you know, writing stories about her, there's a distinct line that clearly states that she could not cook to save her life.
Wow.
She wasn't a great cook, and she didn't try to be a great cook. She was great in so many other ways, but that was one area that she wasn't really good at. And obviously, as I grew up, because she made the worst chapatis, and I mean the driest, and they had a drop of oil.
Like a boomerang, it would come back.
And we would say they taste like something you would maybe take or eat maybe in a different setting, you know. And therefore, when I got married, one of the biggest challenges was for me to get my cooking act really good. And I really got good, and I dare you.
Indeed.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you can really throw it down.
Thanks to Nigella.
All right.
Right. Yes.
That was the secret.
Yes, because I knew that you can use the baking pan for more than just baking cake.
Right.
You can throw in fish.
Yeah.
You can garnish it and throw it in the oven and get to do so many things.
Oh, wow.
Because we never did that when I was growing up, other than cake. We only baked cake, really.
That is fantastic.
Nothing else, yeah.
That is fantastic to learn.
Right. So again, when we say that we bring shows that inspire lifestyles, and activate your passion. Over the years, then I've been able to get my passion for cooking, in as much as I may not have enough time to be able to do it, but it really is activated. So set your reminders for 10:30 p.m. Monday through to Friday to catch up on all these latest entrants that I've spoken to. And I'll just go back a little bit on, take you to the international shows. My apologies, because I think I already took you to the nighttime.
Right.
And our international shows have a lot of nighttime shows, yeah?
Indeed.
And some of this, if you go onto Mnet 102, which is home to some of our freshest series throughout the year, there will be one new series airing each day. So I've gotten a lot of complaints and feedback, and this is to our viewers a lot of the times, that we repeat a lot of content.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'd like to say that globally, to produce content for a single channel 24 hours, you need at least 8,760 hours of content.
Wow.
At one time, there are possibly about 120 movies produced, as an example, that are quality and good enough to air for the sort of world-class entertainment that we offer. And the 120 is only 6,000 hours.
Hardly enough.
So it's hardly enough, really. But the truth is, there is so much more content than you can possibly consume.
Yeah.
And there will be always a new series. So sometimes you'll complain that we are repeating Kina, we're repeating Selena, but you can catch Kina and at the same time go and catch the new series as well.
Indeed.
Because we indeed do have the biggest library of video content. So set your reminders to catch the new series every 10:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. Now on Mnet, you can catch shows such as The Flight Attendant, Clarice Mayer and East Town, Republic of Sarah and Call Me Kat, which will premiere on the channel in June. So new shows coming in on Mnet in June. We also have exciting returns to look forward to: The Corners, The Good Doctor, and The Prodigal Son. And here's what's to come on Mnet on the international arena.
I woke up in the morning. He was so alive. Remain calm.
Got secrets I could never tell anyone. Oh, yeah, this is a good place for a murderer.
I feel like I'm losing my mind.
No one can be trusted. It's amazing what a man can do with the will to survive.
We get to catch a killer.
You are a woman with a very public reputation for hunting monsters.
The worst thing that ever happened to me was the day they brought you home.
It's a psycho roller coaster.
I just feel like magic.
Life is gonna line up just perfectly. Honey, I'm home.
And a lot of international content that I was looking forward to, and a good point actually on the subject of repeating content. I had absolutely no idea of that. And now I appreciate the fact that every time I sit down to watch, I understand why the repeat is there, I understand how much it takes to put content in there. Really interesting. And of course, talking about content throughout the year and what to expect. Let's welcome Group Executive Content Strategy at Multichoice Africa Holdings, Aletta Alberts.
Hello, I'm so grateful to be back to tell you about the amazing international lineup we have planned for you this year. The past year came with many challenges. And in a time of physical distance, where the world felt a little bit smaller for everyone, it was a privilege to make things a little brighter by bringing the world's best content home. In some way, it has reignited our passion, not only as a broadcaster that connects people and stories, but as a curator of an unsurpassed viewing experience. No matter where you are or what you're into, as Africa's most loved storyteller, we're lighting up the screens with serious star power and entertainment that shines above the rest. Ready? Let's get into it. We're always serious about series, and with so many returning favorites, you can't go wrong. There's The Equalizer with Queen Latifah, The Rookie, Station 19 and Grey's Anatomy. There's a crossover in FBI and FBI's Most Wanted. And then there's the exciting medical night with The Good Doctor and New Amsterdam. We're also bringing the funny in a big way. There's new seasons of Black Lady Sketch Show, Black Tax, Grownish, Bob Hart's Abishola, and loads of stand-up special with the biggest local and international names in comedy. In April, Zee World brings us Zopdwa and Akbar, an epic period piece based on India's greatest love story. In June, The Good Son tells the tale of a man facing enemies from his own family in true Bollywood style. And TL Novelas dishes up love and betrayal with Along Came Love in May and When I Fall in Love in June. Our Korean drama channel TVN will deliver all the feels with shows featuring our beloved K-pop stars and K-drama sweethearts with shows such as 100 Days My Prince and Melting Me Softly, both starting in April. But our famous faces aren't strictly for fiction. We have celeb reality galore. Even with the Kardashians wrapping up this final scandalous season, we have celeb queens waiting in the wings with Total Bellas, confessions on Anele and Graham Norton's couches, and coverage of every single red carpet and A-list event, such as the BET Awards in June. More Real Housewives from Dallas to Jersey, Pastors' Wives, Married to Medicine, and the first Black Bachelor. The table is set and the closet packed in our lifestyle and reality slate. With Botched and Outdaughtered, we have great documentaries as always, and Top Gear is ready to do another lap. On Nat Geo, COVID delayed, but finally here, the third installment in the Genius anthology, Aretha. Then there's The Bestest Estest, awesome stuff, kids. Miraculous New York, Raven's Home, Side Hustle, Paw Patrol, Ben 10, and Teen Titans Go. And you know what? I could tell you, but I think it's so much more fun to show you.
That sounds like exactly what we need.
What are the odds?
Dory, cuz I'm on it. Great idea, Chase.
We have movies galore. Whether you're looking for something with a bit of a kick,
I want her killed.
big titles for little ones like Trolls World Tour, to the biggest hitters in Hollywood.
Bit dramatic.
And this year, we're doing pop-up channels like never before, with more of them, but also more accessibility, Compact Plus, Compact, and even DSTV family subscribers. It's been an absolute pleasure spending time with you virtually. And as I always say, if we do things well, please tell us about it and write about it. But if we don't, you should also tell us about it to give you and all our subscribers the best viewing experience we can offer.
I hope you enjoyed the preview. And you know, some time back I was sharing again, and I said, it's amazing how you connect and relate with the characters that you watch, that you can relate to someone like Selena. I watched Selena, and when I met her the first time, I was smiling knowingly, and obviously she did not give the smile back. But it's because I was like, I really know you. I do know you. You know, I'm saying hello to you like I know you.
Yeah, she's another fan.
Yeah, the same case when I met Ondiek,
Indeed.
Nyuka Quarter. You know, I was beaming from left to right because I think I know him.
Exactly.
You know? And when I meet now Sana and Jimmy Gathu in face, you know, really. So we develop connections with the people that we watch, and sometimes they influence us, whether it is Queen Latifah. And when I was young, I remember I'd sleep, I want to wake up looking like Queen Latifah. So I hope my hair is looking like Queen Latifah's, and I can influence my eyebrows. So I know a lot of you have the same level of aspirations. And to our viewers, we ensure that the content that we are giving you is content curated to inspire you, to influence your lifestyle, and to usher you into greatness. So we hope that the characters and the people that you see, you connect into greatness. Thank you very much, Aletta. And I'll go straight into the kids' front. What would TV be if we didn't have programming for children? And they're the ones that keep us going a lot of times. And also, we do appreciate the custom that we get from families that have children. And now with over 15 kids channels on our platform, we strive to ensure that we keep the lineup exciting for the little ones. We do have 15 channels only for children. The variety of educational and informative content available on these channels 24 hours a day has been developed, improved, again curated to fit to current times. And here's a brief lineup of what you can expect for the wholesome family viewing, focusing on children programming.
I have sensational news.
We're pulling out all the stops.
Just gotta move and have a good old time. Just feel like magic. Keep moving, baby.
The sound of that.
Remain calm.
But on the other hand, I got it on.
OMFG. Amazing.
Are you jealous?
Do I have your attention now?
It's happening.
Take my rings, baby.
Do you want to get in a fist fight?
This is madness.
This is why you don't mess with me. See, I'm technically best there ever be. Yes, I'm blessed indeed, so don't test me, please. I am blessed to please. I am here to be. See, I'm dressed to please. They don't trust for me. Where they step to me, it's like trust to me. See, these nobodies try and kill the queen. You got best of three, then it's time for me.
Love you.
Fantastic. Great to be here.
Titans, go! Yes! Fancy.
If you ain't gonna make a move, then I ain't got better. Nobody else to blame if you tell them how to play.
Are we ready? Oh, come on.
Whoa.
Who's living their best life?
Enjoy. We're gonna watch TV. How do you go bigger than that?
And as I mentioned earlier, we wouldn't be able to bring you these great shows if we did not innovate and we did not develop our products or improve our products. So I'd like to shift gears now into our products and innovation services. And we continue to look for ways to create more value for you, our customers, and improve your viewing experience. So constant innovation is a critical success factor for our business to meet your needs. As part of our strategy, we put customers at the heart of everything we do, and we have stepped up our customer obsession and continue to look for ways to deliver the content our customers love straight into your hands and into your living rooms. This also means putting you in control of your viewing through our enhanced service options, which means that you don't have to wait in line. And we have received a lot of complaints around this and requests that we improve the experience of customers with regard to access to our call centers. So when you look at some of the reasons, the top reasons are I want to pay, I want to upgrade or downgrade, I want to clear an error. Yeah. And what's interesting is that you really don't have to call our call center to be able to do this.
Wow.
No, not at all, not anymore.
I'm a culprit on that, actually.
Yeah. Because with star 423 hash, and with my DSTV app and my GoTV app, you can do all these things. And I'll be talking to that in a short while. Let's look at some of the features available to our customers. The other big complaint I have received, and that my team continues to share every morning in what we call our customer first conversations on the daily beat, we get a lot of inquiries around whenever will Multichoice come around to enabling us on DSTV or GoTV to be able to only watch what I want to watch and pay what I want to watch for. So to this end, what we have done is that we have introduced and will be launching movies add-on. That is to say, if today you are on family, for instance, the family package is less than 2,000 shillings, and you want to get on to watch only movies, Mnet movies available on premium, you don't have to upgrade to the 7,800 package, not anymore. Nice. All you have to do is to select the Mnet movie channel that you want and add it on at a fractional cost. So that's a huge way also into ushering us into what we are calling making a reality our value strategy, where we deliver more value to the customer and make it more accessible, make products more accessible at the price they want to be able to access the content. So customers can now choose one or more of our top movie channels, Mnet Movies 1, 2, or 3, to add to their package and access premium movies without paying for the premium bouquet, and we shall be launching this in June 2021. So I repeat that family customers, Compact and Compact Plus customers can watch now the Mnet movies available on the premium channel at a fractional price or cost of the premium package. So here's how it's going to work.
Get 1 month of DSTV Premium Movies with Ad Movies.
This is exactly what I need.
Ad Movies can be added to your DSTV Compact Plus, Compact, Family, and Access subscription with the My DSTV app.
I like it.
I love it.
Just activate Ad Movies to unlock DSTV Premium movie channels for a whole month at a great price.
Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
That's a month of Will, Samuel, Jamie, Kevin, and explosive action for the blockbuster lovers. A month of Tiffany, Issa, Tracy, Love, and A-list laughs for those who like to keep it light.
We'll have a fun time.
And a month of... to keep the kids entertained.
This just got real.
You coming?
To get a month of DSTV Premium Movies at any time, Add Movies using the My DSTV app or by visiting dstv.com. Because this is your movie moment.
All right. So with movies add-ons, you can see we really are putting you as the viewer or customer in control by giving you freedom to choose what you want to watch and pay for what you want to watch therefore. But we're even going a notch further in improving that experience, where we give even more freedom to be able to watch wherever you are at, whenever you are at. We are cognizant of the fact that the challenges we continue to face with the pandemic mean that I possibly have to be locked up in one area for a particular time, depending on my situation, but I need to be able to be on the move when I want to be able to move. Time has become a very rare commodity, and therefore we are all of us becoming more discerning than ever as far as time is concerned. So to this effect, we have therefore continued to improve our over-the-top, or what we call the subscription video on demand digital platforms. That is the DSTV app and the GoTV app. Now, sorry, the DSTV app and Showmax. My apologies. GoTV app will be coming, but not this year. Into the future, we are looking at it. So on DSTV app and Showmax, it means that you don't have to be behind your screen, your TV screen, or behind where your decoder is situated. Exactly. You could be somewhere on the road and still catch up on that great match on your DSTV app, right? Yep. Are you saying wow? Because it's wow, because you've tried it.
Yeah, because I'm traveling next week, and there's a huge match I cannot afford to miss out. So I know I'm going to be on my phone.
Fantastic, that's great, okay. And then there are those of you that have complained that they want a mobile first, digital first experience without a decoder, without a dish, and that's the reason we then launched our Showmax service. Now, our Showmax service is actually extremely special because the Showmax service in itself enables customers to be able to access the same local content that we showcased earlier on access some of the great sporting content and other content when you're on the move, and without having to have a decoder, again, without having to have a dish. But let's talk about the DSTV app. The DSTV app is the first of our what we call over-the-top platform. Again, it offers you an experience much like carrying your DSTV decoder in your pocket wherever you go. My true experience is that I was in a meeting in various locations, and the very last one in Addis. And I wanted to be able to see the content we are offering and catch a specific show. And I carried my premium connection all the way to Addis. So I could watch what I want and keep up with the shows even on the move.
Wow.
All I needed was internet access and the DSTV app. Wow. Full stop, period. So it is indeed a very exciting experience, and it's available for download on Google Play and Apple stores, as I mentioned earlier. And you can keep up with your favorite shows, your favorite game, and catch it on select smart TVs, but you have it on your mobile phone, you'll have it on your tablet, laptop, as long as they have their smart devices with an internet connection, giving you access to the app, DSTV app experience. Now, with the dual streaming option, the DSTV app enables you to watch up to 2 streams at a time. And the personalized profiles allow you to add up to 6 family members, and you can set up your own unique viewing options, 6 of you. So in my house, I actually have, at one point I had 7 children. I mean, sorry, 7 of us, including our 5 children.
No way.
Right. And our last one son is 17. So you can imagine we've been struggling with, I want to watch this, I want to watch this.
Exactly.
And you're fighting over the remote, and you know the remote belongs to?
Yeah, the owner.
Yeah, it belongs to the man, most of the cases,
Yeah,
in our African setting, right?
Yes.
So now the good news is we have been able to share that power equally with DSTV app. Because I can watch, when he's watching his best content in whatever area, I can also watch my content wherever I am up in a different part of the house if I want to.
Exactly.
And the children are watching their own thing wherever they are at. And we can all then come together and bond and watch one show that we agree upon at whatever time it is. Awesome. Courtesy to DSTV app.
Exactly what we do with the family.
Right. And then obviously the customers can be able to watch their favorite movies, telenovelas, and sporting events live. Or if you didn't have time to catch the event live for live events, you can download to watch later.
Family functions will never be the same again.
Why?
Because now I can catch up on my sports while we're having our little chama meetings with the family. I can always catch up and stay live. It's been quite the problem.
We don't intend that was not the intention.
Not to abscond the family meetings.
Keep families together.
Indeed.
Bonding and connections are central to our brand purpose.
Football
in enriching lives
is something different altogether.
I agree.
Yes.
But you can schedule time and agree on how to schedule that time.
Catch up.
Still catch up.
There you go.
Got you. Okay. Let's see what you can do with DSTV app.
Yeah! A magic moment!
Suck in your stomach.
I'm having a baby.
You heard it here first, folks.
You can't watch 5 things at once, but with a DSTV app, your family can. No matter your DSTV package, download the DSTV app to watch the entertainment you love on your TV screen, live or on catch-up, on any screen, by linking up to 5 devices to your subscription at no extra cost.
So if you can watch DSTV on DSTV app, why then do we have Showmax? So like I said, Showmax is the truly mobile, digital, fast mobile service. And this platform means that you therefore don't need a decoder. Now, we are very pleased to say that we are the only platform right now in this country that is offering live channels, live content on a subscription video on demand, because nobody else is doing it, but ourselves, even on the global scene that's available locally. We are also the only ones on Showmax that are being able to offer the channels, the broadcasting free-to-air channels that can also be accessed, which you can't access on other subscription video on demand channels. And now we've introduced Showmax Pro, where you can catch the best of EPL for certain matches and other matches in the sports arena that we showcase on Showmax.
Nice.
So really, when we say we are truly the undisputed #1 in video entertainment across all platforms, both the traditional pay TV and now subscription video on demand women it, and showcasing the biggest video library. So we are also proud to say that Showmax has taken online streaming by storm, particularly during the lockdown, and we're seeing a lot more people getting onto Showmax. And it's good to know that Showmax was the first streaming service to make mobile downloads possible for online viewing and to launch a mobile-only plan, a move that has then been followed by other key players globally and locally. Showmax, as I mentioned, has adopted a best of HBO international content, but also a hyper-local content. We have the content that you are able to see on Mnet, on Maisha Magic Plus and Maisha Magic East, but we also are able to bring in content from the free-to-air partners. So in addition to our entertainment offering that includes best of HBO, award-winning movies, series, and kids shows from international distributors, we have put a lot of energy into growing and curating the African catalog on Showmax. So again, we can say that we take pride in knowing that we are beginning to meet the agenda of being truly African, truly Kenyan, and let's buy Kenya,
and
build Kenya.
Indeed.
Right? We've seen steady growth in local content viewership across the continent over the 12 months and in Kenya on Showmax and Showmax Pro as a result. And thank you very much, our viewers, for being our customers, and we count on your custom into the future. So as I mentioned, the hyperlocal content strategy will continue to be a key differentiator for us, with the biggest slate of originals coming up this year. Now this you can only find on Showmax. The first Kenyan original of truly local content, Crime and Justice, which has just concluded its season 1, featuring Makbul right here. Right? Both Showmax and Showmax Pro are also available on a web and mobile-only plans. And just so that I've gotten a lot of questions in the past, is Showmax accessible? What's the pricing? How exactly does it look like? So Showmax costs 790 shillings for the full end-to-end experience. Indeed. With multiple screens. Right. Then we have a mobile-only version available on mobile phone that's available for only 300 shillings.
Wow.
So bringing down the cost of access significantly.
Exactly.
To be able to experience the world of video entertainment. Indeed. From Multichoice. And then we have Showmax Pro, which now features availability on multiple screens, but obviously has the super sport content that many people want to be able to see. Select super sport content, not everything you'd find on DSTV, but you do have select super sport content and some key matches or some key games that you would like to watch, available on Showmax Pro for only 2,100 shillings. But we also have Showmax Pro Mobile.
Indeed.
So again, a version that is that reduces the cost by almost half at 1,000 shillings and 50 to just, if only you want to be able to access as Makbo, or I want to be able to access Makbo, I'm not sharing with anybody else.
Indeed.
So therefore, you pay 1,050 instead of paying 2,100. Let's watch and see how Showmax works and basically what you expect to see on Showmax.
You know Showmax, but do you really know Showmax? I mean, do you know that anytime, online, offline, this device, that device, this show, that show, his shows, her shows, their shows, local shows, international shows.
Are you threatening me?
Dog and pony shows.
I love those chickens.
Truck shows. Every possible season of your favorites and more.
I'm gonna do it my way.
I'd expect nothing less.
All ready and waiting for you. Ad-free, interruption-free, packed into one complete, easy-to-use, curated experience.
You literally cannot make this up.
Sound good? Of course it does. Go to showmax.com to sign up and really get to know Showmax. Because what's the point of streaming if you can't take it to the max?
Right, and we would not speak of innovation and product development without talking about our flagship decoder, our flagship premium decoder, which is the DSTV Explorer. A lot of people sometimes don't know what Explorer is when you talk about Explorer.
Yeah.
But many people used the PVR at the very beginning.
Yes.
And the PVR at that point in time costed about 45,000 shillings to 50,000 shillings. The price came down to 27,000 shillings. Now, you might ask yourself, why would anybody want to spend so much money on a decoder?
Indeed.
When we say the Explorer is the king of decoders, it's actually the product that has continued to develop the PVR features and offer more. Right. So the first PVR only offered personal video recording.
Exactly.
Right? Now with Explorer, you have much more. You have PVR
yes.
and much more. And guess what? At a much lower price. So we have not only continued to innovate on the look and feel of the Explorer, the size of the Explorer, the features of the Explorer, but made it more accessible by looking for more affordable technology to be able to deliver a truly accessible price point. And therefore, we now have the Explorer at under 11,000 shillings.
Wow.
All installed, fully installed.
Wow, that is remarkable.
Right. So now the DSTV Explorer, like I mentioned, offers catch-up. So if you miss a game, you can catch up on that game if you record it. Obviously,
my favorite feature.
With the PVR.
Yes.
But now, if I want to watch Bob Hat Abishola,
yes.
and I really love that show,
yes.
and my favorite character is Kemi. You need to watch
You've
Bob
mentioned that.
Abishola. And she's just amazing.
Wow.
And I love her because she really showcases the true Nigerian African character
yes.
that we women can be a lot of the times.
Indeed.
I also love the auntie of Abishola. It's just an amazing show, right? So if I'm not able to watch, and sometimes I don't have enough time, as you can imagine, and many Kenyans are like me,
True.
and not just we who may have a busy office, but you also have, even a mother, has children to take care of.
Exactly, exactly.
And anybody else at home, even a business owner, even an entrepreneur in the Jua Kali, has his business to put first. We do recognize that.
True.
But you want to catch up on your favorite shows, and sometimes you don't want to watch only 25 minutes of your favorite show. No. You sort of feel like you have lost all, you want to binge.
Yeah.
That's a new way of watching content.
Exactly.
So I get to binge on Schitt's Creek, I get to binge on Bob Hat Abishola,
Nice.
and you can do the same with your favorite show. So I can actually watch up to 3 hours of content whenever I have my free time.
Wow.
And you might ask, what would Nancy be doing watching 3 hours of content? Because I'm human. What people don't tell you the truth is, in our humanity, we need to find areas to be able to just relax.
Exactly.
And just be able to wind down. And some people may be, it possibly is out with a drink talking to somebody.
True.
For many of us in Kenya, I know it is TV.
Exactly.
You sit back, you relax, and therefore you want to watch the best of content.
Totally.
So don't allow yourself to miss out on content. The DSTV Explorer is available for everyone, not just premium customers. We have it accessible for every customer so that you can be able to record, you can be able to rewind, you can pause the show. So sometimes I have to do something urgent. I have to say, please pause, because I want to catch the action.
Yeah.
So that ability to catch the action comes with the DSTV Explorer. Okay. So now the final feature I want to talk about with regard to the Explorer is the fact that we now have a new feature called the Connected Explorer, which comes with a Wi-Fi connector. Now, what this means is that instead of just catching up on 4 of the shows that are automatically recorded for you to catch up on DSTV Catch Up, you can now binge on the entire season if you want to. Yes, you can. But you can only be able to do that if you have the Connected Explorer.
Right.
So when you do get the Explorer and you have Wi-Fi connection at home, please also ask for the Wi-Fi connector.
Exactly.
Because with the DSTV Explorer and with the Wi-Fi connector, you can now binge on your entire series.
Properly.
And and also obviously be able to catch up on the latest movies, because the latest movies will appear on your DSTV box office. And you can rent these movies. Again, these movies, largely Hollywood box office blockbusters,
Indeed.
would be available on the big screen. We know at this point in time, going to the movie theaters is very difficult.
Totally.
And even then, you can cut down costs significantly by sharing those costs that you'd otherwise take to a movie theater and only pay 250 shillings, which is the cost of possibly one person at the movie theater.
So that's what we do around the family. Every Sunday at around 7 o'clock, we agree to meet up. You'd think we're living in a mansion with 16 rooms. But we meet up and we select a movie and we rent a movie for the entire family. At least we can watch for the day and maybe the next day.
It's the story of many families. Indeed. But if you want to be able to experience that, bring your family together, improve the connection and bonding of your family, and not have maybe a rather bland or boring family meeting. Sometimes the children will complain that that was rather boring.
Totally.
So to make up for that, we then, top it up with a good icing, with a good box office movie.
Awesome.
The latest movie. Right? And then the best of them all is that you can add Showmax to stream on Explorer. Yeah.
So you have the best of everyone.
Absolutely. Remember I mentioned there are some shows that you would not be able to catch on DSTV that are on Showmax.
Exactly.
And we do have shows on Showmax that you will not catch on DSTV as well, right? So it is quite a big value add. The Explorer really is our king of decoders. And I urge everybody to be able to get your hands onto the Explorer. It's available for less than 11,000 shillings now, all installed, including the installation fee.
Wow. So all products and innovation are really directed to the consumer.
Absolutely.
That is
when we said we are customer obsessed,
indeed,
and we are putting the customer first, and in fact, when we do research, we are increasingly seeing customers saying that we lead the way in video entertainment and that we are responding to the customer needs and expectations. Let us watch how the Explorer works.
History is made of moments.
Eliud Kipchoge storms into the history books in Vienna.
And with the DSTV Explorer, you can pause and rewind those moments as they happen in slow-mo. Every picture-perfect moment in crystal clear HD with a recording feature that lets you keep those moments to enjoy over and over again, whenever you like. The DSTV Explorer, the best way to enjoy every moment.
Did I mention that as part of our innovation process is also improving the customer experience and reducing customer effort to do anything? Yeah. And I said, when I go to Kitui, the last time I was in Kitui and Machakos, we have dealers and the accredited agents in either Machakos, we have others in Kitui, but in between, we also do have what we call mom and pops or electronic service providers, right? But even then, you will have a customer saying, it's still too far from me.
Yes.
I still have to do 10 kilometers or so.
Exactly.
And 10 kilometers is actually a fairly good My father lives 10 kilometers from town.
Right.
So I can, if you do have relations that are living out there, you can relate to what 10 kilometers means, or even more.
Totally.
But some of the reasons that take them to the service centers is they've paid, but the screen is not showing them the picture. And what happened is that they made the payment when the TV was off and when the decoder was off.
Right.
Which is fine, I do understand, because we want to save on power and we want to be as energy efficient and use electronics effectively. But it only takes you getting onto my DSTV app or my GoTV app or dialing *423# and selecting clear errors and select clear error 16. It goes away in a minute.
Wow.
In a minute.
That's just the thing that I think as Kenyans, we have to speak to someone, see someone for it to be viable, to actually understand that this has been done. But this is an efficient way from the comfort of your home and wherever you are.
Right. Then the other problem is that we have a lot of people queuing or to get to reach an agent on our call centers, or also trying to access us on Twitter or Facebook. And majority of the issues are around, I want to change my package, either to downgrade or to upgrade. So we know, especially during this time, that customers want the freedom to be able to change their package, whether it is to pay a lower package or even to upgrade when you have the content that you want to watch. Now, again, you don't have to come to our call centers, to our service centers or our branches or our partners. You don't have to call us. All you have to do, again, is to get onto my DSTV app and my GoTV app and *423, and you can be able to change your package. And yes, I know last year, same time, when we did the showcase, we did not have the ability to change or downgrade on *423. Right. It's now available. Awesome. The last one is, I want to know how much to pay.
Always the big question, isn't it?
Always the big question. I want to know how much do I need to pay?
Exactly.
So if you go again onto my DSTV app and my GoTV app, on the palm of your hand, you can see exactly the amount of money to pay. You don't even need to type it in. You just need to select click to pay.
Yeah.
It will automatically fetch the bill that you're required to pay and enable you to just enter your password on M-Pesa.
Indeed.
And you pay. If you want to pay by card, you also have that option as well to pay by card.
Yeah.
So a lot of 70% of the reasons why our customers will call us can be sorted by getting onto my DSTV app, my GoTV app, or going onto *423. The next one I just want to emphasize on is, so if we have my DSTV app and my GoTV app, why do you need *423#? These are too many channels that I have to remember or go to. Well, each channel is designed for each type of customer. So GoTV customers, that's why we've got my GoTV app.
Right.
DSTV customers, we've got my DSTV app. But now, if you don't want to go to either or and you have two decoders, you can do that on my on *423#.
Exactly.
Because *423# gives you access to both at the same time in an instant like this. But what's even better, we know that customers complain about the cost of access to the internet. And even I mean, when sometimes I don't have the privilege of maybe getting some of my services paid for and I have to pay from my pocket, it's expensive.
It is.
It is quite expensive. And sometimes you will look for that opportunity when you don't really have to spend your data bundles and you want to save on your data bundles.
Exactly.
So the answer to that, saving on your data bundles, is *423#. We'll get all the features that we have on my DSTV app, my GoTV app. The only difference is you cannot see trailers, you cannot see preview of content, you cannot see graphics, but you can be able to buy, pay, reconnect, and clear decoders, errors.
That's fantastic.
On both platforms, my DSTV app and GoTV app and *423#, that's USSD and app, we introduced a feature where you can buy from the comfort of your home. So we spoke about the Explorer. You don't have to come to our shops to buy the Explorer. Just dial *423# or select, go onto my DSTV app and go and select buy. Okay. And you can buy, you can select the Explorer and we shall have someone call you back within 2 hours. And once someone has called you back within 2 hours, and you still want to go ahead and make the payment once the features have been explained to you and the cost and the logistics, we assure you and guarantee you, you will be up and running on your Explorer within 48 hours.
Wow. That is fantastic.
Yes.
Having, of course, picked exactly what you want, added on exactly what you want.
Yes. And this applies to all our customers and non-existing customers. So if you want to become a customer of DSTV and GoTV, it doesn't matter if you're not an existing customer, just dial *423# again, select buy or get onto my DSTV app, select buy, my GoTV app, select buy, and you can then become a DSTV customer or GoTV customer in 48 hours.
Awesome.
Now, finally, there are a couple of enhancements that we did last year on GoTV. We responded to the complaint and to the request that we reduce the amount of SMSs that we send, and especially because Kenyans say they receive so many SMSs from many sources, they would like just to receive the message when they are in context and only from if they are an active customer. So what we have done, we have introduced what we call enhanced decoder notification. So you already saw this last year on DSTV. It's now available on GoTV. And what happens now, you will see an icon on the right-hand side of your screen most of the time, reading I, and telling you press OK. So when you press OK, you then get information on the message we are passing on to you. Exactly. The message could be reminding you that your payment is due on a particular date. And I get many people telling me I never got a reminder.
Yeah.
And I got disconnected. I was away in a meeting and my children are waiting to watch content. Yeah. Why don't you just send reminders?
Exactly.
And also, why don't you send reminders early enough so I pay on a Friday, not on a Sunday? On a Sunday, I'm relaxing. I don't want to worry about payment.
Absolutely.
So all this information comes to you right in front of your screen. There's an I, and you can select enhanced decoder notification messages. And that is to supplement our messages that we send on what we call the DSD directly into your inbox on both DSTV and GoTV. So that you can see how the enhanced decoder notifications work. Please see the next video and watch it exactly for the little icon and other different icons that will hover on your screen. And all you have to do is to press OK, and you can see the messages of offers, rewards, or even additional information that we want to communicate that may be urgent.
Get more out of your GoTV experience by knowing more, thanks to our new enhanced decoder notifications. Our helpful icons will put valuable information at your fingertips when watching your favorite shows. Know how many viewing days you have left before your next account payment is due, so you never get disconnected. Be informed about special offers and rewards coming your way. Never miss great new content, campaigns, and events ever again. And celebrate your milestones as part of the GoTV family. To access these icons when they pop up on your screen, just press the OK button on your remote and select Messages from the menu bar. Use the arrow keys to scroll through the different notifications. When done reading a message, you can press the red to delete it from your inbox. For payment notifications, you have the option to opt out, which means you won't see the notification again until your next billing cycle. More information, more control with GoTV's enhanced decoder notifications.
You have all the information at the palm of your hand, the control at the palm of your hand, cost and everything. It's so convenient and bringing you to a world of ease and so much entertainment. That is the promise of MultiChoice. But there is a problem. As being part of the industry, we've seen throughout the years something that a lot of people have been trying to curb: piracy. And I believe a good place to begin is explaining what exactly piracy is. And I'm honored to introduce Mr. Brian Weke, creative arts advocate and intellectual property right expert. Brian, how are you doing?
I can't complain.
You can't complain. It's a good answer.
Yes.
But a lot of people are complaining about piracy. Maybe let's start by defining what is piracy.
Actually, in very simple terms, piracy basically, I can only equate it to poaching. Basically, like when I was just seated there and I was listening to Jimmy Gathu and Selena and these passionate actors. And as you heard, they said, it is hard. It is not easy. It's some real serious work. You know, as we just watch content, we don't know what goes into it. Like for instance, I was just seated here and I'm seeing the entire crew that is here. It is enormous.
It is.
It is actually a serious infrastructure. You find editors here, you find videographers, you find script writers, you find producers, you find, as you can see, the amount of work that is being put in this thing is not a joke.
Totally.
Then somebody puts in money, they bring in content, as I've explained, is not easy. Then you go and get that content for free. So right. It's basically competing with the quote unquote free.
But that a person on the streets will say, who is trying to justify, so to speak, having content and say, I'm not hurting anyone. I just can't afford and would like it for cheap. I'm not hurting really anyone.
They are. How can you say you're not hurting anyone? There is somebody who has created that content. They have paid for the script, they have paid for the actors, they have paid for the trainers, they have paid for the entire content. And it is not cheap. And that's what we are saying. Piracy literally kills our industry.
Exactly.
If you look at this young generation, they ought to earn a lot of money. Look at the likes of Akina Ojwang. He died a poor man. If you listen to the likes of Akina Nyuka Kwota. So basically, we are hurting a whole generation. We are hurting a whole sort of system.
Yeah.
So you will take it, you get it for free.
Exactly.
You're hurting from the actor,
yeah,
to the musician,
indeed,
to the content creator, to the editors, to the bouncers, to the security.
Wow.
So it is a whole serious infrastructure.
It's a long line of people who put in a lot of effort every single day and they get robbed. That's what you're saying. Nancy, would I be right in saying that?
Absolutely, yes. We are robbing lots of people, as Brian has said, including the distributors of content who have paid sometimes well in advance for this content to be distributed. So when you steal and pirate, and we call it what it is theft, you are denying us an opportunity to be able to monetize the content effectively and be able to put that money back into buying more content, investing in the creative industry for more production of this content, our own local industries, and also denying us an opportunity to be able to innovate effectively and keep up with the world. So we must really choose to say no as far as piracy is concerned. And like I have always said, there is a high level of lack of awareness, low level of awareness, so to say, and what I'd call a very high level of ignorance. And this stems from the fact that a lot of us in Kenya are not aware that we now have very clear laws that are governing the use of copyright. Under the Copyright Act 2020, it is clearly stated that piracy is a crime, punishable by law, and which is being enforced, and we are working to be able to enforce it. So right now, we can be able to raid, we can be able to ask anybody who is streaming content illegally or distributing pirated cable content to stop. But we would like to go a step further to ensure that every Kenyan understands that when you pirate or you're watching pirated content, you're actually denying the crew, you're denying the cast, you're denying everybody in the distribution and supply chain to be able to earn and monetize what is rightfully theirs. And it's an ethical issue and a moral issue. It's an immorality, to promote piracy. And it's immoral for us to walk the streets of Nairobi or streets of the country, of this country, proudly saying, you can watch this for free. Basically saying that you can watch Ondiek Nyuka Quarter for free, you can watch Jimmy Gatherson I Pay for free, but they expect to be paid.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
You can watch Varshita, Donovan. You can get, to watch the EPL for free.
Exactly.
The clubs that own the rights to those games expect to be paid. And in fact, most of this content, like I have said, will possibly be entered into agreements where you even have to pay in advance, right? So it is quite a pity to see what's happening in Kenya, because piracy, especially streaming piracy, is at an all-time high. We've seen the cable piracy reducing, but we've seen that streaming piracy where people can share links on Facebook or share links on Twitter or whatever other social media platform, whether it's Instagram or WhatsApp, and they are freely saying this has been shut down, go to this one. You're basically, we are back into the days we were when there was counterfeit cigarettes, counterfeit beer, counterfeit toilet paper, counterfeit, goods. And in this particular case, it's actually worse than that. Indeed. Because there's no counterfeiting, you're watching the real deal.
Exactly, exactly.
And taking away the real deal from the rightful owners.
Brian, it's immoral, it's a cat and mouse game. Are we doing enough to curb piracy?
First, let me just say, yes, it is immoral, but not only immoral. As Nancy has rightfully put it, it is illegal. We are literally killing this industry. We are killing this young generation who, as you can see, they're very passionate.
Exactly.
And I saw Pascal being trolled in the internet that he had an opportunity to speak to the president, and all he could say is that, do you watch Selena? That shows the level of passion.
Exactly.
Because that is what feeds him. That is what puts food on his table. So, and for me, that makes a lot of sense, as opposed to asking anything else.
Indeed.
How do we go about it? Number one, the biggest problem, and I want to be very candid, I don't speak on behalf of DSTV or Multichoice. Our biggest problem is internet service providers, because they only focus on selling data, and they don't know that they have a responsibility to the content creators,
Indeed.
to the people of this country,
Indeed.
to these young people who are trying to make a living.
Exactly.
That is where the problem is, because the law is very clear that in the event that somebody accesses content that is not theirs, that they've not paid for, you're just supposed to inform the internet service provider and they block that site. You don't even need the law. It's a moral issue. It's a owing duty and care to to other service providers.
Indeed.
To the people of this country. For instance, even just protecting us as viewers.
Yeah.
Just the other day I was watching something on TV, then one of my brothers keyed in something, you know these smart TVs?
Yeah.
I was seated with my daughter there. There was hard pornographic material.
No.
So again, how do we seek to protect even the viewers or the people of this country? The other thing, again, as Nancy has rightfully put it, is the issue of awareness. People don't know. Just the same way you've asked. The guy says, I'm not hurting anybody. Yes, they love Nyuka Quarter. Yes, they love Pascal Tokodi. But they don't know they're hurting them.
Exactly.
So that awareness is extremely important. The other day, I was talking to some members of parliament. They don't even know these things exist. They've legislated on them, but they don't even know that they're there. So how do we ensure that what has been legislated that seeks to protect this industry is actually implemented to the letter? Use of courts.
Indeed.
To ensure that the laws are actually implemented.
Yes.
Use of government instruments like the police to ensure that we actually implement this. I think if we do that, where we deal with both demand and supply, then I think we can be able to rescue this industry and ensure that we rescue the lives of these young people.
Exactly. And Nancy, I'll throw it to you, because these young people are investing everything that they have into putting a foundation to what they believe will propel them into stardom or into a bigger platform. And they put scripts every single day. I've seen Pascal Tokodi working in between takes, writing scripts and thinking about the next thing that they're doing. Speak on them protecting their works, copyright and protection.
Right. So the first thing is to be aware of how much opportunity is being taken away from you. The entertainment industry in total is losing $50 billion. That's about 50 billion times 100 Kenya shillings.
That's a lot of money.
Loosely stated, at an exchange rate of less than 107 shillings. Loosely stated. It's a lot of money. And therefore, you need to use your voice as well to protect what is yours. But you can only use your voice to protect what's yours by having a heightened level of awareness of the Copyright Act 2020. So I'd request that everyone in the creative industry familiarizes themselves with the law that is actually protecting them. In the copyright law, the Copyright Act 2020, it states everything around how to ensure that you go about protecting your rights, what happens if your content is being abused or stolen. It is very clear. It's black and white, right? And at the same time, I'd also request them to join hands with us and our partners against piracy, including the legislators who put this legislation into law that are supporting us in protecting Kenyans as much, because we don't live in two countries.
Exactly.
We live in the same country where I'd say the privileged Kenyan operators may be, extending their privileges beyond understanding that they're actually taking away opportunities from an industry that may have otherwise been very quiet.
Exactly.
So we've decided to come out and help the industry have a voice through the DSTV platform, through the GoTV platform. But we can do more. We can be able to accelerate and get as many more people watching that content if we could just curb piracy in itself.
Brian, I'm going to throw that to you as we do wrap up this particular section. How you speak to the public and tell them exactly what we need to do going forward to protect not only our works, but our future generations?
First, I think it starts with you and I. It it starts with you who's viewing this content. It starts with the common man. If you love these brilliant people who, as you can see, are extremely passionate about their work, then really we have to stop piracy.
Indeed.
The moment you go and buy a DVD down in River Road, it means no money for Pascal Tokodi.
True.
The moment you go and get content that is not paid for, it means no money for that person that you love. The moment you go and cut corners, yes, you will watch it for free. But really, are we doing justice to these people?
That's all.
We want them to be like Lupita Nyong'o, who is now at an international level. And let's call a spade a spade. Multichoice have given us an opportunity to showcase our capabilities at an international stage. So Kenyans, let's be supportive of these young people. Let us be there for them. Let us speak out about this. And I would want all politicians who are actually currently in parliament and who are aspiring to go there to ensure that we protect this industry and we protect the interests of these young people.
Well
Thank
said.
you very much.
Well said, Brian. Well
Yes.
said.
Allow me to add something just before we go away. I have met young people who may have been found, facilitating or pirating the content and distributing it, and they say they are running a business,
Right.
And in their own right, they think, oh wow, I just landed a great business idea. I will get a DSTV box and a GoTV box, and then I'm going to distribute it within that building, and therefore only pay the fractional, let's say 7,800, and charge everybody else within the building. Let's assume 1,000 shillings. You are 30 of you, so he makes 30,000 shillings.
What?
All right? So in his innocence,
Yeah.
he says he has landed a great business idea. Yeah. But remember, he's not investing back into the creative industry.
True.
He's not investing back into the distribution chain, which is the area we associate. We are creating opportunities for entrepreneurship and installers. He's not investing back into employment, so he's not creating additional employment for more young people. And to make matters worse, he's not even investing in ensuring that the product, the variety of products and shows that we procure every now and then is refreshed.
True.
Right?
True.
So it's a real problem, and we need to really heighten the awareness. So please, when you're running a business, make sure it is legitimate business. Come and be a distributor, a legal distributor of DSTV, and see how we can work with you together on Showmax as well, but not create your own nodes of distributing pirated content.
Absolutely fantastic. Well said, I should say. And on that particular note, well, let's show you a video. Have a look as we come back in a short while.
Computers make our lives easier, but for some, computers can do a world of damage. Pirated or stolen content not only costs the entertainment business over $50 billion a year, jeopardizing the livelihoods of creatives, but it also has serious unintended consequences. Piracy threatens the safety of our communities by promoting pornography, terrorism, and identity theft. Next time, think before you click. Let's protect the ones we love and fight piracy together. For more info, visit Partners Against Piracy on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Think before you click. Piracy threatens the safety of our communities by promoting pornography. For more info, visit Partners Against Piracy. Think before you click. Piracy threatens the safety of our communities by promoting terrorism. For more info, visit Partners Against Piracy.
And of course, from talking about piracy, we had to talk about money. And one of the biggest things when it comes to money is, of course, can I afford it? And what value is it giving to me? Let's watch and find out.
Life can get a little pricey out there. The passing pleasure of a restaurant meal, or those sports magazines you never really finish. But what if that lasted a lot longer? Well, with DSTV, it can, because with a whole range of different package options to choose from, you can get a whole month's worth of moments for both you and your family at a price you can afford.
I am so excited.
So get and stay connected to DSTV.
All right, so this is our closing segment, and we close with sharing with you our value story. We have again listened to the request for affordability and variety entertainment, and we have our value packages, DSTV Compact and GoTV Max, which are offering you a whole family entertainment at a value cost. So a lot of people always want to know, if I want to watch the Premier League, do I have to sign up for a DSTV Premium? No. You can sign up on DSTV Compact, and DSTV Compact offers all the live Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, ESPN1, where we have Wanyama, as well as 15 kids channels, premium local entertainment, everything that you saw today with regard to Maisha Magic and Maisha Magic Eastern Plus, documentary and investigative channels, lifestyle, music, telenovela, news, and religious channels. A lot.
It is.
It's value.
Totally.
And therefore, a lot of people will say, no, but it's a bit more expensive than where I would get only series. Is because we bring you this whole world of entertainment. But again, it's compact enough to bring you what a wholesome family viewing would be. Exactly. Now, for GoTV customers, on the other hand, customers can select 5 live matches from the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A games, as well as catch all local entertainment on Maisha Magic East, ESPN1. Again, get to watch Wanyama on DSTV, on GoTV Max, Mnet Movies and telenovelas, and 5 kids channels. The other good news is that now Maisha Magic East is available to all GoTV customers, including our light customers. All packages on GoTV, as well as ESPN1 is now available on the Plus bouquet. Previously was only available on Max, but now we have it on Plus. So again, driving down access as much as we can and affordability. On both platforms, we have a range of packages that's DSTV Premium, Compact Plus, Compact Family, and Access for DSTV. And for GoTV, we have Max, Value, Plus, Value, and Light. And the reason why we have these different packages is to give you, the viewer, a whopping 9 price points that you can choose from. So depending on the season you are in, if premium is what you want to be on, we recommend that most of our customers come on to DSTV Premium, because that's where you get to experience the full value and the widest experience of our entire world of video entertainment that's available on both DSTV and GoTV. And then you have Compact Plus, Compact, and Family, so you can choose. And it varies from below 1,000 shillings to as high as 7,800 on DSTV. Likewise, on GoTV, we make it as affordable for you to join in for less than 300 shillings and watch as high as 1,050. So different pay points, and you can choose different depending on the season. And we are aware that customers do this quite often. So those customers that say, oh, I have to come to the shop, again, I remind you, you can change between these packages, upgrade or downgrade, by going to my DSTV app or my GoTV app or *423. So let's see how the value conversation that I have just spoken to you looks like on this video.
Life can get a little pricey out there. The passing pleasure of a restaurant meal, or those sports magazines you never really finish. But what if that lasted a lot longer? Well, with DSTV, it can, because with a whole range of different package options to choose from, you can get a whole month's worth of moments for both you and your family at a price you can afford.
I am so excited.
So get and stay connected to DSTV. Life can get a little pricey out there. The passing pleasure of a restaurant meal, or those sports magazines you never really finish. But what if that lasted a lot longer? Well, with GoTV it can. Because with a whole range of different package options to choose from, you can get a whole month's worth of moments for both you and your family at a price you can afford.
This is gonna be great.
GoTV, love it.
Thank you very much in response, and thank you for all of you that have stayed with us and continue to stay with us. So this, I promise you, is the last thing that you'll be seeing. But most of our premium customers, and Makbu, you're one of them, including customers on Compact Plus and Compact on DSTV, are constantly saying that we do not reward them for being with us at the highest level.
The premium, we've been saying this for quite a while. We're just seeing everyone being awarded. What about us?
Yeah, so what we have for you in store is that all those great things that we talked about on Showmax, including the exclusive shows only available on Showmax, such as Crime and Justice, you can now catch them as long as you're a DSTV premium customer at no additional cost to you, which means that you will get it on us.
Oh, wow.
So all Showmax premium customers, all DSTV premium customers get Showmax on us.
It's a whole
Showmax
different
standard.
world, which is amazing. You have your DSTV, you have your add-ons, you have your catch-up, and now you have your Showmax.
And you must have your Explorer too.
Exactly.
You can't have a great premium experience without an Explorer.
And you have your internet capabilities as well.
And the Wi-Fi connector for the connected Explorer.
Amazing.
Right? And then for the DSTV Compact Plus and Compact customers, which are also the customers of the higher bouquets, you also get to watch Showmax at 50%. And all you have to do, 50%, yes, of the cost of Showmax.
Amazing,
Right?
amazing.
Right, and this is Showmax standard, which therefore means that you can add Showmax to your bill, and you therefore pay at 50% when you're paying for your DSTV bill the next time.
Amazing,
right?
amazing, amazing.
And of course, to get the free or Showmax on us for premium customers, you then must also add to bill.
Yes.
And you can do that on your DSTV app.
Amazing.
Right. So let me show you how you go about gaining access to these great rewards that we are giving to our premium and Compact Plus customers for 50% of the Showmax to be able to add the bill for Compact Plus and Compact at 50%, and for absolutely no additional charge for DSTV premium customers. Let's play the Showmax add to bill video.
2020's turned our lives upside down. But you're still hanging in there with us, and we'd like to not just say thanks, but give it. That's why we're giving all our premium customers Showmax at no extra cost.
No way.
That's right, we're paying for all our premium customers to experience the incredible world of Showmax on us.
It's genius.
What's more, it's all on demand to stream wherever and whenever you want on multiple devices. And you don't have to pay a single shilling.
That.
To add, just download the My DSTV app, select Showmax on us, followed by Activate Now. It's that simple.
You ready?
Born ready.
So go ahead, binge on us, you've earned it. With thanks from all of us at DSTV.
You're most welcome as a premium customer. Thank you so very much. That is amazing to have. Now I have absolutely more reason to stay at home and enjoy, of course, the Succession, which I'm watching, Billions, as well as watching Game of Thrones again on Showmax. Loving it. Now, there's something that I usually do in my other hat as an entertainer. I do radio, and something I didn't know that is actually part of the DSTV business, whereby I used to run a sports show over the weekend on Saturdays, and my connect would be to watch them live on DSTV while I commentate and let people know exactly what the scores are. I never knew that that is part of DSTV business.
All right. So let's talk about this. So DSTV app is available to every residential customer, any customer. Okay. But then we have another segment called DSTV Business. Remember, what we've just showcased is what you can watch at home when you're on the move, right? Yeah. But what about when you're in your office?
Exactly.
What are you watching?
Indeed.
You're watching what we call DSTV Work, which is now going to evolve to what we shall be calling, DSTV Office, which is evolving to DSTV Work. Now, when you go into a hotel and you're watching DSTV, and sometimes you may not notice it's DSTV, but you'll always see the DSTV or SuperSport logo. So we are the ones that are powering over 90% of business entertainment, infotainment, and edutainment in these establishments.
Exactly.
Let me just talk a little bit about that. So under DSTV Business, what we are doing is connecting businesses and establishments to profit. We are aware that every business is looking for ways to grow their revenues, and to grow your revenues, you have to grow your customers, and to sustain these revenues and customers, you have to ensure that you retain the customers that you have, and to retain them, you need to be uniquely differentiated. So we give you a unique differentiation to be able to position your workplace as an office for your employees, as the place you want to be, by creating a great work environment where your employees can keep up with the latest on news and so much more. We do exactly the same by putting hotels, lodges, and everyone in the hospitality industry as the destination of choice, the preferred destination, by giving you world-class video entertainment. So beginning June 1st, we will make it even easier for our customers to choose packages. Right now, we have received, again, feedback from customers that choosing packages and add-ons and whatever fits my business is very difficult. So we have tried to make some natural organization and aggregation of content that would suit the DSTV hotel customers and call it DSTV Stay. Right. And then the basic package that you choose, we make it very easy for you to add on and choose channels that will suit your sort of clientele. The same case, pubs and clubs will change to DSTV Play, again with basic aggregated content that talks specifically to pubs and clubs under DSTV Play. That's where we go to play, in pubs and clubs, and make it easy for you to only add on content that is relevant for your audiences and for your patrons. And then, of course, we shall be moving on from offices, as I said earlier, to DSTV Work, where we facilitate work by helping you improve productivity, engagement, by keeping your employees informed. So they're not wondering, what's happening with the BBI? What's happening with the COVID scene? Do I have to go home to watch?
Indeed.
Reduce anxiety as well, by also giving them places where they can break out. And what's breaking out, what's wrong with catching up on your favorite show, Abishola, you know, or catching up on your favorite show? It could be Kina. What, you know, what stops you, right? So we invite all establishments to join us as we launch our DSTV Play, DSTV Work, and DSTV Stay. Now, like we did with the residential packages, we shall have different price points. So we'll have a DSTV Work Essential, which is the entry-level product for the DSTV office customer. DSTV Work Essential. Then we shall have DSTV Work Ultra, which is the premium of the office space. Remember, on the other side, we had premium. So on the other side, we've got the ultra options. Then we have DSTV Play Basic, DSTV Play Essential, and DSTV Play Ultra as well, giving you 3 price points for the pubs and clubs to choose from. And finally, we have DSTV Basic Stay, DSTV Stay Essential, and DSTV Ultra. So you can tell the Basic is the most affordable in each of these categories. Then you have the mid price points, which is the Essential. Then you have the Ultra, depending on what category you fall in. So by just adding entertainment, you can experience your business at your best. All establishments connect to profits by getting more customers, by making your business the place to be, making the workplace the place employees want to be to increase productivity, making your hotel the place and destination of choice for local domestic tourism and international tourism as well, and also making DSTV Place the local for everyone, my local. Get DSTV business today. Let's see the DSTV business promotions and how the videos tell us what to expect. Let's play the video.
If you're in the hospitality or corporate industry, it's time to raise your business to its best with DSTV Business's selection of entertainment packages designed specifically for work, stay, and play. Whether it's keeping your employees in the know with the latest news and current affairs, entertaining guests with the biggest series, movies, and more. Awesome! Or bringing everyone together for the big game. Visit DSTV.com to add entertainment and experience your business at its best with DSTV Business. Add entertainment to your guest experience with DSTV Business for your hotel, guest house, or holiday rental. We have a range of options to suit your establishment and boost your star rating with the biggest stars off the screen. Awesome! Including an unrivaled selection of sport, soaps, series, movies, news, lifestyle shows, and something for the kids. While you keep your guests happy, we'll keep them entertained so they can experience your business at its best with DSTV Business. Add entertainment to your guest experience with DSTV Business for your restaurant, bar, pub, or club. Let our offering of live sport, current affairs, music, and more transform your location into a destination. Because the longer they stay, the more they spend. So don't let your guests choose between watching the big game or going out with friends when they can have both. When you add entertainment and experience your business at its best with DSTV Business. Keep your staff up to date and switched on by switching to DSTV Business for your office, branch, or retail space. Add entertainment to your business experience with our work package, a world-class thought-leading selection of business, news, current affairs, and sports entertainment created for professionals. To keep your employees in the know and your customers entertained, to experience your business at its best with DSTV Business.
Covered from family, business, lounging, wherever it is. And of course, when it comes to cost, everything has been taken care of. And in terms of where you want to watch it, that has been taken care of as well. Multichoice has made sure that 2021, you have absolutely no worries when it comes to your entertainment globally and right here in Africa. As we do wrap up, I will be remiss if I don't introduce a legend, so to speak. And he came in slightly late, but Alexander is one of the biggest names when it comes to Kenyan television. I think, there you go, Mr. Peter Sankali. There you go. Come in, come in, come in, come in. Habari gani? Salama?
Yes.
Hapa ka.
Mutaka yote na kosa yote
The one and only Peter.
Yeah.
Just tell us, we had, of course, on Diek earlier on, we had Kina Pascal, and it's such an honor to have you as well come on and tell us a bit more about how Multichoice has changed your acting career, so to speak.
Thank you very much, my colleague.
It is
comrade in what we do.
Indeed.
Makbul, nice to meet you again, Nancy.
Thank
you have
you.
a very big job. It pays more than what we do, I suppose. Well, I'm happy to be here.
Indeed.
First of all, the other day, I remember when you asked me to be yourself.
Yes.
You know, that's the most difficult thing to ask an actor to be.
Totally.
Because when we are growing up and you look like you like acting, doing things in the home, then you're told to be yourself. Then I don't know. I didn't know what it is to be myself because acting and being Peter and being Alexander are one and the same package.
Exactly.
So I try to balance myself. So I'm actually myself. I'll be whatever I can be right now.
Exactly.
Well, Multichoice, I thank you. I thank Multichoice very much because we've come a long way. Long before Multichoice came into our lives. We were on TV, and we survived as local actors. Then Multichoice came. I don't remember Multichoice becoming immediately local. It was something up there. My DSTV na uko juu, Super Sport. And then I remember one day, more than once, a Kenyan asking me, are you no more on TV? Bado uko kwa TV? I said, yeah, of course. Why? Si tuliacha kuona ma local. Wow. That's very disastrous for such business because in entertainment, of course, you have to be heard and seen for you to make sense. So while we were wondering, what do we do to be seen and heard? Because if everybody is going like up there, which is sort of not local anymore, then goodness happened. Then there was one day there was that signboard on Ngong Road entering Jamhuri. They wrote local productions.
Yes.
We said, wow, let's see what happens here. So we came, and then here we were able to discuss Hulabalu, Hulabalu Estate. Wow. So thank you so much, Multichoice, because you decided to localize yourselves. You realized where businesses. In the pyramid, of course, down here we are a big crowd, and that's a lot of money and a lot of entertainment is about numbers, just like democracy. So thank you so much for coming local, because even Hollywood is local in America.
Right.
So out here we see it as international. So I'm sure what we see here is local. Out there they see as international. Indeed. And we are becoming international.
Exactly.
And being myself.
Being yourself.
Along the way. Yes.
Absolutely. As we wrap up, because we're running out of time, how does it make you feel? Because you're being viewed on different platforms. So you've heard from DSTV Business, you've got work, play, and of course at home as well, you're being watched. You're being watched across the continent and globally as well.
Those are...
yeah.
Those are multi-screens for me.
Exactly.
If you don't find me here, you find me in the other, or the other, or the other, or the other.
Exactly.
Different levels of subscriptions. Indeed. You said there's 300 all the way to
7,800.
or even more. There was 11,000. What was that?
There's 11,000 is the box. DSTV, it's one of DSTV Explorer.
I believe I'm also there. We are in all those boxes. And that gives us...
Yes, you are. You're on the Explorer.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you are.
So I'm being explored there.
Yes, you are being explored.
Because I'm also exploring in all boxes. So that gives, being seen in all those things, gives me the excitement that at least they don't find me here, they'll find me in the other.
Indeed.
And those chances are meaningful to a passionate person like me, which gives us sense to what we have established all along the way. We used to walk. Nowadays, we choose to drive or Uber. We have this.
You have options.
Options.
Yes.
There become many. Exactly. The other day, you missed the last bus, Shauriako. And we were still actors.
Exactly.
And, thank you so much again for Multichoice, for localizing yourselves. And we are going places with Multichoice, I believe. And I hope you're taking more concept.
Yes.
From us. We still conceptualize all the time.
Absolutely. Sasa nataka Alexandra aangalie kamera pale, aambie jamaa mwaka huu Multichoice nawaletea nini?
Mwaka Alexandra.
Alexandra sasa.
Mwaka ya 2021 ijapokuwa corona imesumbua sisi na yaka sisi under pressure. Sio kusema sisi hatutakuja kwako. Umesikia tuko katika viwango mbalimbali. Viwango mbalimbali ni kama TV mingi ndani ya nyumba yako. Ukifinya hii button niko kwa hiyo. Endelea kuona mimi ndani ya Ulabalu Estate nikingangana kuchukua hii bibi ya Ondik na Mpili na hata niliona amepata ingine. Hata hiyo nitachukua. I am ambitious. Wewe siletoa mabibi hapo na yako iko Narok alafu na Ondik na yeye ako very lazy. So na niko na mali kama ng'ombe na niko na buchari kubwa inaitwa Bora Nyama Buchari. Bora Nyama, in fact, ni Bora Nyama. Bora Nyama. Yes.
All right. Peter, thank you so very much for making time. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on the amazing work that you're doing.
I appreciate it.
Awesome. And just as we wrap up, a few questions coming in. There were a couple of people who are going to, let me say that, who are going to win a 3-month subscription courtesy of GoTV and an Explorer on the way as well. I believe those questions are on the screen. You can check them out. And of course, before we wrap up in the next few, we will point out a winner. But questions coming in, and especially on Showmax Add to Bill. What was the rationale on that, Nancy?
The rationale for Showmax Add to Bill was to reward
indeed
our customers on DSTV.
Right.
Right, and to also introduce to them the world of Showmax. Like I said, there is content that you will not find on DSTV, which are Showmax originals, including the crime thrillers that we have, right? So there are 2 parts. Expose our customers at no additional cost on us, purely on us for premium customers, and at 50% for Compact and Compact Plus customers. And then the other agenda is also to ensure that we reward our customers and help them also discover the new world that we shall be going into, which is the app-oriented world, both on DSTV app and the Showmax apps as well.
Let me be controversial as we wrap up and say, was it a reaction to some of the platforms that are coming into Africa at the moment?
Not at all. We're a market leader, and we lead. As we sit right now, internet penetration and daily usage of internet still sits at less than 40%, right? And smartphone usage. And when you even move further into broadband usage, it's a high-speed broadband usage in this country is at less than 500,000 homes connected. And in the last sector review, if I saw, it had just slightly moved maybe to 550, right? Active homes. We still have 12 million households in Kenya. These 12 million households need entertainment. So if we then move away from what traditional pay TV that gives you a satellite dish that doesn't require the internet, where you can access content wherever you are at, whenever again, because DSTV gives you access anywhere in this country because we have coverage across, which means that the 12 million households can get entertainment. Now, why did we introduce GoTV? It's the value product equivalent to DSTV. We are increasing the amount of coverage and working to extend beyond the 24 sites that we have today, but we are covering a good amount of the population that is not covered by the internet. And then there's the cost of accessing the internet, right? So now, however, we are cognizant that there is already a group and a good portion of the population that has already started to move into the future. And the future is a 100% digital world. Indeed. A world where everything that you watch or everything that you do, collaborate, communicate, watch, live through, your entire lifestyle will be on an internet platform. And that's why we are now moving with our customers. So internet has to come first in this country before we can. It would not have made sense for us to invest in Showmax or invest in the DSTV app and the basic infrastructure required for those products and platforms to thrive did not exist. So we are not followers. In the West, they went ahead because they've got very high levels of penetration.
Indeed.
Right.
Indeed.
So it does make sense for them to have gone well ahead. Right.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Wow. Absolutely amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our time. But before we leave, Nancy, I think we've covered just about everything from, value to affordability to the business to personally how you can gain so much with MultiChoice at a price that you can set. Is there anything that you can say as a parting shot?
As a parting shot, I would like to thank all our viewers that have made this business possible, that has made it possible for us to continue to be able to bring new shows to new customers and existing customers, that have made it possible for us to be able to continue to innovate by staying true and remaining our customers today. Mm-hmm. I'd also like to say thank you to the cast and crew who have committed their lives to making this business a reality. In the absence of the people in the creative industry, we would not be able to see the results that we see on the screens that we are seeing. I'd like to encourage everybody to make time for entertainment. Stress levels are ever rising. True. And to make time for even looking at the edutainment options open for children. TV is not a bad thing. We must move away from saying that TV is a bad thing. We must stop whipping children and saying you must not watch TV. You need to create time to relax. You need to create time for connecting and bonding. You need to create time for even just taking away the stress. So it has been proven that indeed entertainment is a stress reliever. And as a stress reliever, it contributes to the 17 SDG goals for the UN on wellness. So we are an active player as far as promoting wellness is concerned of the world. So thank you very much again for joining us today. And I hand over to you to also thank you.
Thank you.
And all the people that have been with us.
There have been quite a lot of people. Can we just, the crew has been marvelously working tirelessly for the past couple of hours. Can we see that? Can you see those chaps over there who are frying? There you go. There you go. There you go. It takes a village to put together an entire production of this magnitude. And thank you indeed. As we do wrap up, we did say someone is going to walk away with an explorer. And the question was, who plays, rather, Nana's mother-in-law? And it was Moses Tile who got it right, and it is Nerea. So congratulations, Moses Tile. You get to walk away with that. And I'll give Nancy the second name to announce the person who's walking away with a 3-month subscription, courtesy of GoTV, the bottom name right there. I think it's Tracy, if I'm not wrong.
Right, the winner is Tracy. Yeah?
There.
Wakea. And the correct answer is Christina.
Congratulations. 3 months GoTV subscription, courtesy of Multichoice. Thank you. And thank you, Nancy. Thank you so very much to DSTV, Multichoice in general. Thank you so much to all our speakers who came in today and told us how we are going to be enjoying 2021. And of course, to the viewers at the end of the day, we could not be without you. Remember, Africa, stories, our own, our cultivated actors, our cultivated photographers, cinematographers, all trying to tell our own stories like only we can. Thank you and good evening.
It's your romance, your drama, and intrigue.
So this was your plan all along, eh?
I want you out of my house. Your game. Your heroes. It's your moment with your stories. Made at home for your home. 'Cause great stories start on DSTV.
Every time I'm in front of the camera, I remember my culture.
After all, story ni yetu. Kama unadai drama origi, telenovelas na sports, get your GoTV decoder na 1-month GoTV Plus for 1,299 bob. Download my GoTV app kumanage account yako on the go, ama dial *423# kusubscribe, kupay, kureconnect, kuupgrade, ama kuclear errors. GoTV, love it.
Africa was made for film, and that's why local content continues to excite, entertain, move, and captivate our audiences.
Say wow!
Action! Multichoice Africa is passionate about showcasing our diversity and rich culture. And with our continent's talent on display for the whole world to see, it was time to pass the baton to a new generation. And so, in May 2018, the Multichoice Talent Factory was launched. The Academy provides a year-long funded program to develop emerging TV and film talent across 3 regions and 13 countries.
We see this as an opportunity to build our regional film capacity.
We in Africa have great stories that we need to take to local and international audiences.
I think this is much more than giving back. This is about shared value. It's about, not just providing employment, but ensuring that generations are armed and equipped.
A call was sent out far and wide, inviting passionate young people who were made for film to step forward. And the response was incredible. After an intense selection process, the inaugural class of 2018 was announced.
This was my opportunity for me to be who I was meant to be.
60 deserving young talented candidates threw themselves into the art of filmmaking, with both theoretical classes as well as practical hands-on training.
MTF has shown me that I can be better than I ever thought I could be.
In January 2019, we kick-started our masterclasses. These best-in-class workshops are facilitated by industry experts and aim to further develop the technical skills of industry creatives. The next touchpoint was the launch of the Multichoice Talent Factory portal, a pan-African film and television digital marketplace bringing talent and opportunities together. Then after a grueling 12 months of honing and sharpening their skills, the first inaugural MTF class graduated in 2019 with much excitement.
The students who graduate today will be the leaders of the industry to follow. I'm indeed proud to be part of this.
Outstanding students from each academy were rewarded with exciting international opportunities from our partners.
New York Film Academy, get ready, I'm coming.
It was then time for our students to showcase their intensive training and industry immersion at star-studded film screenings. The 6 films were also broadcast on DSTV and GoTV and can still be enjoyed on Showmax. After a successful inaugural year, MTF welcomed the class of 2020. Barely 5 months into their program, the COVID pandemic hit and students were sent home to navigate the newness of online learning. During lockdown, students were challenged to document their personal stories on the impact of the pandemic in 3-minute silent mobile movies. The result was isolation diaries, sharing their fears, hopes, and realities of living in COVID times, now available on the MTF portal. Students also had the opportunity to participate in the United Nations Verified campaign and to create public service announcements encouraging viewers to pledge to pause before sharing online or digital content to combat misinformation around the pandemic. In an unprecedented move, students were also enrolled in a 3-week online course with the prestigious New York Film Academy and were taught how to produce micro-documentaries, public service announcements, television commercials, and music videos.
Welcome to Africa.
What should have been a 12-month filmmaking program turned into a challenging but exciting 18 months. We are delighted to celebrate the graduating class of 2020, now alumni of the MTF Academy program.
Welcome to Africa.
Multichoice Africa remains committed to igniting Africa's creative industries and enriching lives by developing the art of inspired local storytelling. The Multichoice Talent Factory was made possible by our esteemed local and international partners.
Welcome to Africa.